Leave me. You know, man. Get the fuck out.
Because I've lost all respect for that bitch. B-I-C-T-H. And I'm standing on it.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Your mama's a hoe. It doesn't matter that that's your mama and what your certain feelings about her. Your mama is a hoe. She's a hoe.
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
I beg your pardon?
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
I told you to do Biden. Now we done lost a damn vote. We done lost a vote. That's gonna go to Trump. God damn. I'm worshiping these people like they're God. Ain't nobody worshiping them. But God damn it, Chris, we need somebody in there with mother sense.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
And I know she the law, and she know I'm the ball, and she know I get above the law, and she know I'm raw, she know I'm from the
All good, man? I'm great. All right, just making sure. You're an officer too? Yeah. No, I'm just making just security? I'm our guy. Okay, I just gotta make sure, man. All right. I'm our guy.
You going to jail.
You're going to jail. I am Tiffany A. Henry of Dalton, Illinois.
This video will look at how to pronounce Chicago and Illinois.
Illinois.
And we don't put out the good things that is happening. But you guys got to connect the dots. D-O-T-T-S.
What?
Dots.
Communication. COMMUNICATINOS. So stop with the grandstand. For the 18th time, you guys got to learn to get out your feelings because you guys want to be petty.
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
Lay me at the throne, leave me there. I wanna gaze upon your glory.
David said, get out of my way, because I'm about to bust a move. And David danced, come on! And David danced.
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a nigga, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a nigga, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga.
See my man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a nigga, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch.
Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed? I would have been. Have you ever been swallowed up? 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 Have you ever been swallowed?
Hey there, besties. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Shout out to everybody who is here on a rainy Saturday over here on the left coast, I think. Y'all, I don't think you've corrected me on that yet or not. It's a rainy day, but that's all right. As long as we here, we above ground, that's all that effing matters. Shout out to everybody who is here. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. We got some things we need to talk about. Oh, you know what today is too, everyone? Today is Happy Jay Holiday and Kiki Wyatt Day down in Dalton, Illinois. Woo! Lord. So today, Big Tiff is having an event where Kiki Wyatt, that's the one that sings, not Kiki Palmer, the one that's allegedly having a baby again with the man who allegedly was DVing her child, but that's a whole different story. So that's the Kiki Wyatt's the one with all the kids, like 9, 10 kids or something like that. And she gospel, I think she sings gospel music, child. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know. So they're coming down there for another Big Tiff event. Shit. Another Big Tiff event. All right. And I know she will post it. And you know, as soon as she does, I will bring you the video, child, because it starts today at 11 CST, which is 12 noon EST. But child, I don't have time to be sitting up here all day. I had to take a break from it yesterday. All right. I put up some shorts. Hopefully you saw it. That's all I had the energy for. So that's why we're doing the aftermath today on Saturday. Plus I got time. You know, I got to get on over to Dollar General and got to make my way on over there. But it's so rainy. I might just stay in the house today. Who knows? Anyway, y'all take advantage of your weekend and your time off. Do whatever it is that you need to do because Monday will be here like that. Anyway, so we got some catching up to do on that. We have some catching up to do on some other situations because please understand and know that next week is the DNC, and I'm so ready for it. Especially since it's going to be held right in Chicago. Shout out to Brandon, shout out to JB, because they're doing everything on God's green earth that they can to make sure that everything is all good in the hood down there in Chicago with regard to the DNC. But for y'all down there in the Southland, Thornton Township, Dalton, F y'all, Dixmoor, Riverdale, F y'all, okay? JB said, F y'all, you figure it out. Child, get Lori to help your ass because I ain't got nothing for you, okay? So there have been some developments, some breaking news, but before we get to it, we have to catch up on a few things before we get to it. Because even though, people want to complain about Big Tiff, they certainly do like to hear about her. But we have other things that we need to make sure that we don't miss. So let me bring y'all on up to date on the kids, child, because lest we not forget them gremlins is still out here gremlinizing. But shout out to those that have been here for a while. Let me go ahead. I apologize and shout out my girl, Eyes, always with the first super chat. Hey, y'all. Happy Saturday, y'all. Enjoy the weekend. Shout out to Eyes. I appreciate you as always. Again, everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. So here, if y'all remember, shout out to those who have been here. All right. Remember Baby K? Let me know if y'all remember Baby K. You hear that name and it's supposed to be, oh. Well, don't forget, Baby K went out there on the daggone school bus based off of what a young lady asked him to do and went onto a bus with a weapon, we shall call it. And the only reason that child is no longer here with us today is because the gun jam. Praise the Lord.
Take me to the king. Truth is, I'm tired.
That's the only reason that child is here today. And I got to make sure that I find out if anything happened to the girl. But let's see what the update is. It says teen who tried to delete a middle schooler on Prince George's school bus given maximum sentence.
The teenager who tried to kill another student in Prince George's County has been sentenced to 25 years behind bars. We're talking about Caden Holland, better known as Baby K. You may remember this story. He pointed a gun at a boy's head while on a school bus, but fortunately, that gun jammed. Our Matt Gregory is live outside of the courthouse tonight with the actual video of the attack, which was a key piece of this investigation. Matt, good evening.
Good evening, Larry. This is what happens, guys, when you go to sentencing. Basically, the prosecution argues in front of a judge for a stricter sentence. The defense presents evidence of a lenient sentence. And in this case, the key piece of evidence presented in the courtroom was the video of the brazen, we're going to call it a ambush-style hit of a 14-year-old on a school bus. And the judge agreed this whole thing looks premeditated. And that's why he gave him a sentence of 25 years to Caden Holland.
25 years to Baby K, Caden Holland. I believe he's about 5th damn teen. So he in essence could be out by 40, if not sooner, and be walking amongst you, still calling himself Baby K. Y'all better be on the lookout. Shout out to Maryland, Prince George's County.
Let's take you through. Here's the video right here that was shown to us and the judge just a few hours ago. Basically, it shows Caden Holland.
Child, look at Meemaw. Meemaw just got right out the way. Shout out to Meemaw, because ain't no way that I'm going to get involved with that mess. You just going to barge her. She might be the aide, though. But you see, Meemaw said, child, I got to get on up out of here. But y'all supposed to feel like, you don't know, it's okay. White supremacy, discrimination, and racism. That's probably why this happened.
Video right here that was shown to us and the judge just a few hours ago. Basically, it shows Caden Holland getting on the bus, premeditated with 2 accomplices, and attempting 3 times to shoot and kill this 14-year-old boy. And in the end, in between those attempts to shoot, because the gun jams and misfires, they beat him savagely, kicking, hitting him with a pistol, things of that nature. At the same time, after we saw the video, we talked to the bus driver, who you can hear screaming in the video there saying, Lord Jesus, and praying that nothing happens. She says she's forever traumatized by this event. She quit.
Child, I'm traumatized just watching this right now. Child, you would have seen the dust of me running the hell away, and I wouldn't have been outside. I'd have been praying to the Lord on my way down the street, child. F that bus, F them kids. I'm the F on up out of here. Good luck. Shout out to that woman, though. Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Quit her job, and now at this point, she still suffers from PTSD. After that, we heard from the 14-year-old boy's mother. The victim, you see his face obscured in the screen. She said they moved away to the other side of the country. The boy still suffers.
Shout out to those people. Shout out to that family who said we getting the F up out of Dodge. And we ain't got time for this foolishness, but we're going to come back to testify against. Yes, my son is suffering. Child, I'm suffering just from watching this. But y'all supposed to just be not saying stuff like you going to walk, like I'm going to say, because I have no problem with saying, if your hair looking crazy, I'm crossing the street. If you look like you going to do something wrong, I'm crossing the street. If you look half damn crazy, I'm crossing the street. You call it whatever the hell you want. It's called, for me, I'm not messing around with you idiots, okay? I'm just not going to do it. Y'all sit up here and continue to act like, I don't want to seem racist. I don't want to seem like I don't care. Fuck them people, okay? Because they won't give a damn about you. You think any of these kids in this video, when they come out 25 years from now, specifically Baby K, is going to have any empathy or sympathy for y'all? Well, I don't hear them talking about where their mama was. Where Baby K mama at? Where Baby K's at? Did they come in and speak for their kid? Did they have anything to say? Did anyone, since he was about 14 or 15, did they charge his parents, whatever, whoever? I don't hear none of that. Shout out to the parents of the kid being pummeled here for moving across the country. Child, I would suggest you move out of the country. F all this, child, because America is ghetto.
From PTSD and can't go on school buses. That's what the prosecution showed as evidence for a strict sentence. At the same time, Caden Holland's attorney came forward with a number of factors he said were mitigating that led to the violent life that Caden Holland eventually came up to. And he said it was these risk factors such as poor family, impoverished family as well.
Let me back up on the excuses real quick because we can't miss this. This segment was not supposed to be this long. Shout out to EJ in the building. I appreciate you, honey. He said, what time them other little ninjas get? Good question. They probably got a deal. I have no doubt that they probably got a deal, even though they're all savage. And let's not forget that there was a girl that asked them to do it. So imagine starting this young with these relationship issues, allegedly. And she said, get him. And they went and did it. And now Baby K with his innocent self is now in for 25 years. And the other little ninjas probably got a break because they didn't have the weapon in their hand.
That it was these risk factors such as poor family, impoverished family as well, poor family dynamics, a drug problem, violence having been enacted on him at a young age, and low IQ. All these, he said, are risk factors that show juvenile delinquency, not just in Caden Holland's case, but across the board, and that they should think about that. That his brain is not.
So, ladies and gentlemen, besties, do not forget, they're making excuses for why he did this wrong because of poverty and drug abuse. Now, who's doing the drugs, child? Who? Be specific. Don't just toss shit out there and not give us all the information. We need all the information. It's because of this. It's because of that. It's because of this. It's because of that. And all the excuses that you should take into consideration before you let these little innocent kids go to jail forever. Their brains aren't formed. Well, whose fault is that? I didn't bear them. So whose fault is that? But let that go. Don't forget all this, y'all, all right? They walking amongst your asses.
Not fully developed. In the end, the judge said this is an escalated, premeditated act of violence that only by the grace of God did not result in a murder. He gave Caden Holland 25 years. Now, we want to bring this to a point that we've been asking for a long time. Holland had been in the juvenile system before for a previous gun charge. And after going through the probation system of the juvenile system, He completed none of the requirements and his case was closed in a month.
Oh, Mima is running away. But did you see back? Look, sorry, y'all. This is not supposed to be this long. Look on the outside of the bus. Is this another ninja coming up to do something? Look at this dude in the black sweatshirt.
And system of the juvenile system.
Look like he up to no
completed
good,
none of the requirements and his case was closed. And a month later, the bus incident happened.
Yep.
We asked State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy, you know, what does this say about the juvenile system here, not just in Prince George's County, but across the state? Take a listen.
Bottom line is that DJS needs to be able to provide more services for a longer period of time. That we can't just accept the fact that a child doesn't complete a program, but is at the end of their probationary period. That is unacceptable for the child and for the community.
So you're probably wondering right now, well, why did the juvenile system just let Holland off if he completed none of the requirements? And then a month later, this is where the violence escalates to. We were told by juvenile services they cannot open his file because he was a juvenile when this happened. And they wouldn't tell us who made the decision to close out the case. But listen, we're going to keep looking for answers. In the meantime, in Prince...
Shout out to, who's the station? WUSA 9. Shout out to them along with Fox 45, even though I know this is a different state. Oh, no, this is the same state in Maryland. But the point is that you're just supposed to ignore the fact that the DOJ people didn't do what they supposed to have done. And now they don't want to tell nobody. And look who's the head of it. Yes, I'm calling y'all's asses out because it's always somebody black that want to give somebody black a break, but you don't give the right black people breaks. I'm saying it. You want to give the criminals all the daggone benefit of the doubt. You want to give them every chance in the world. And then we got to live amongst them. They got to live amongst us. And then when we do and say stuff that's like, get the F away from me, then we got to be looked at like we're crazy. I don't know where the air turned weird. I don't know where we started living in the damn Twilight Zone. But I'm tired of it. I'm over it. Okay, play with your mama. Stay the F away from me. And again, shout out to the child's family for moving across the daggone United States. Child, don't let them know where you went, though. Don't let them know where you went. Shout out to EJ for another 10. Thank you so much, honey. He said, it's been a while since some ninja-ish has made me sick. This one, and again, shout out to whoever said what happened with the other ones. I promise you that they got a break. I'm promising you they got a break. And then the girl, probably nothing, because y'all know how that goes. We don't want to do this. It's racist. It's racism. All the excuses in the world. Never their fault. Shout out to wife mom 89. I appreciate you, hun. She said, I live in PG County. My now grown son still rolls his eyes because I picked him up from school rather than let him walk the 10-minute gauntlet home. Laugh out loud. You do what you got to do. You did what you needed to do, and them kids will be fine. Because they'll just get hemmed up in something just because they don't know what's going on. Or that other kid that's no longer with us that was on the ankle monitor and he was 14 and went outside even though he was on said ankle monitor and was outside at ungodly hours. You know, it's because of poverty. And then his grandmother want to blame the ignorancy adults out there instead of what's going on in the home that he's raised in. And then these excuses are allowed. And then we have to be shamed because we're using common sense over here to say, get the F away from me. And yes, I want stricter gun laws. I don't care about no stop and frisk. If you ain't doing shit wrong, the odds are, listen to me when I tell you, the odds are that you ain't got nothing to worry about. But y'all too worried about the one person that might be doing something wrong or that will resist, and then something happens to them. Then y'all gonna say, look at how the oppressor is racist. And yet y'all not taking the daggone openings because we already know there's a shortage of oppressors. Shout out to defund the police. But somehow, some way, y'all don't want to take them jobs. Or do you not qualify for the jobs? But you always want to tell people how to do their jobs, even though you don't do their jobs, but you know how to do it better. Child, ain't nobody got time for y'all's foolishness. Thank you so much, EJ. I appreciate you. He says, what you think the other kid did? What you think the other kid did? Now, I'm not saying he innocent, but what I am going, you mean the one that moved away? I'm not saying he innocent. We don't know, but at least his family, because we don't know if it's just a good mama, had the wherewithal and the ability to get on up out of their move. So I'm going to just go ahead and assume at least the parents got some sort of amount of sense to, one, be able to make these types of moves, and two, to say, I don't want my son to continue to be around here so that I'm on TV saying, what you expect him to do? He live in West Baltimore. Moving on, y'all. Moving on, child. Anyway, let's get an up. It's not funny. It's so not funny, but I seen it on a blog. But I know some of you biatches will be upset for me for reporting on this, even though I get most of this information from blogs, the same blogs that y'all get your information from. We going to the ATL.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
5 SHOT during a party at Atlanta apartment complex, the oppressor says.
Person is in critical condition this morning. 4 others are wounded after a shooting in Atlanta's Mechanicsville neighborhood last night. Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson is live at Atlanta Police Headquarters. Asia, we got some new information in overnight from police. What can you tell us about this? 5 people shot.
Yeah, we now know that 4 of them were females and 1 male. Now, we're still working to learn their ages right now, but we do know 1 female was shot in the head. Now, Atlanta police say the others were shot in the leg. Now, this all happened on Richardson Street Southwest at an address we believe it's called the City Views at Rosa Barnell Park Apartments. Now, it's down the street from a park where some neighbors say there was some sort of
Hey there, firemen. Shout out to the ATL and your firemen. I mean, you ain't no Nate, but child.
Neighborhood gathering celebration celebrating Mechanicsville Day. But later, some started hanging out at the apartment complex. And as they were wrapping up, a woman says a car pulled up and several men hopped out and started shooting at the crowd. They were just like,
that's what I heard. It was gone. It was over with, y'all. So I was just standing right there. I had my plate in my hand. I would eat my fish. And then I just heard, and I just ducked in the breezeway.
I tell you, they know who to put on the daggone TV, but I'm the problem. Got it.
Started shooting at the crowd. They were just like,
that's what I heard. It was gone. It was over with, y'all. So I was just standing right there. I had my plate in my hand. I would eat my fish. And then I just heard, and I just ducked in the breezeway.
The what way?
Now, at last check, that female who was shot in the head was in critical condition. Meanwhile, Atlanta police have not said who is all involved in this. They have also not released any details about any arrest in this particular case. We're live from Atlanta.
Shout out to Asia, child. Good luck down there in the ATL. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. Kamala finally has come up with some plans. Allegedly. Now, I don't think it's plans that was stolen. I'm not sure. So I'm going to need y'all to let me know, right? VP Harris unveils economic plan.
Well, Vice President Kamala Harris presents her first detailed policy proposal since becoming the Democratic nominee.
Her campaign said this economic plan is aimed at addressing some of the sharpest pain points for Americans' families' financial security. Here's Rebecca Castor.
Together, we will build what I call an opportunity economy.
Knowing the economy is the #1 issue for most voters,
Kamala
Harris announced several proposals she hopes lowers the cost of living for American families. And she was laser focused on the basics: food, housing, medicine, and childcare.
The voters who are really up for grabs are those who have felt the pinch of inflation and the economy. That's why Harris is moving to address the economy as quickly as possible.
Paramount.
What? Wait. Why is she addressing the economy as quick as possible when your buddy Biden is already there and y'all said the economy was good? Didn't Biden at the what was it, the NAACP, child, or wherever the hell he was, the economy is good. Inflation is coming down. Everything is good. So why is she talking about doing something for the economy when the economy is good and inflation is down, crime is down, everything is down, everything is wonderful? But now all of a sudden she got to come up with a plan. Ma'am, What are you talking about? Come up with a plan. You're already in office. Your vice president doesn't do anything. You inherit everything that Joe did. You inherit everything that Joe did, not because you're just the vice president, but because you Democrats, and I'm a Democrat, I'm a registered Democrat, but because you Democrats sat up there and ousted him, making everybody look like idiots. So you don't just get to start off with a clean slate. You get everything that he did along with you, period. Okay. So all the people that are out here, which, you know, we cover it more so on Messy Michonne Reacts. Make sure you go ahead and follow the second channel. We cover all the TikTokers complaining about the food, the eggs, the milk is high, the rent is too much, I can't afford to live, I don't want to work, all that stuff, can't find a job, all that stuff. But that's your economy. So help me understand. Oh, you don't know. It's Trump's economy. That's why it is what it is. So on the fourth year, it's still Trump's fault. Y'all will make excuses for any damn thing, I tell you. But let's hear it again, child.
Is the number one issue for most voters. Kamala Harris announced several proposals she hopes lowers the cost of living for American families.
She said hopes. Keep hope alive, y'all. Keep hope alive.
Families. And she was laser focused on the basics: food, housing, medicine, and childcare.
The voters who are really up for grabs are those who have felt the pinch of inflation and the economy. That's why Harris is moving to address the economy as quickly as possible.
Paramount to her plan is a first ever federal ban on price gouging on food and groceries. But some economists say the Harris plan will have disastrous side effects.
There are a lot of things that you could do that make economic sense that help these folks. And it's not just having the government set things. Whenever the government set things, there's going to be shortages and it's going to be hard to get stuff.
Harris also wants to encourage builders to construct more housing in a bid to lower sky-high rent and increase the
So you do acknowledge that rent is a problem for people and the interest rates and all of those things that, you know, it's Trump's fault though, child, because I know that's what y'all gonna say. I know that's what y'all gonna say. But Joe was out here, because child, I feel like I haven't seen him. Joe was out here saying that everything was all good in the hood. So you should be just following up with everything that he was doing. So y'all that's out on the street, y'all that's getting kicked out, y'all that's getting your rents increased by $1,000 so that you can't afford it. You need another job when you already got 5 jobs and it's not right. It's not fair. Help is on the way, child. As long as it takes to build these houses, help is coming.
to encourage builders to construct more housing in a bid to lower sky-high rent and increase the child tax credit to help new parents. But
increase the child credit to help new parents. So if the child tax credit gets helped, you know who that's going to help, right? People that are already on assistance that don't even put into the daggone tax system. I won't say the economy, because somehow, some way they definitely spending money, and then they'll get bigger tax breaks so that when tax time comes, not only will it be $15,000, it'll now increase to $20,000. Then they'll be out here buying jalopies that won't work in 60 days, buying TVs from Walmart, and still be poor and still be blaming it on white supremacy, discrimination, racism, when their kid ends up on a school bus trying to take out another young kid. And then when they get to court, they'll say, but it's because of poverty, and because his brain isn't fully developed. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Harris was light on specifics, and critics call it just another 4 years of Bidenomics. Republicans are contrasting Harris's plan with Donald Trump's.
Drill, baby, drill. Cut regulations at the federal level, actually lower spending and get smarter spending out of Washington, D.C., and extend the Trump tax cuts. You do those 4 things, you now have the recipe for economic success.
And just to show how big an issue the economy is to voters, in the latest Fox News poll, it beat out immigration, abortion, and healthcare combined. And
that's interesting. It beat out AB. That's definitely interesting. All right. So Kamala has a plan for y'all, child. Kamala got a plan for y'all. Just let you know. Now, I've been trying to get back to extreme couponing. I'm following all these people. I used to be an extreme couponer when we were young and had no money. But I let it go. Things have changed. But now I'm like, all right, let's just see what we can get, because there's no point in spending money if you don't have to. Child, every time I watch one of these extreme couponers, they always want to offer you toothpaste, toothbrushes, and Gain deodorant, child, Gain cleaner, Gain fabric softener or whatever. I'm like, how much of this do y'all need? Like, this is not what I need, but I'm gonna keep looking. If I find anything, I'll let y'all know. If you need cleaners, child, find an extreme couponer over there at Dollar General. They'll have it. Make sure you get the coupons, child. Make sure you do the $5 off on Saturday. Listen, I'm here to help. All right. If you don't have to spend your money unnecessarily and you can save some, I'm all for it. Okay. That's what I'll be doing. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. All right. So that was Kamala update. Shout out to everybody who is here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. All right. So Big Tiff, right, is doing the damn thing over there. She half damn crazy. Shout out to Dalton and Thornton Township, child. Just a special place called Narnia. And they doing whatever they want. She doing whatever she wants. Let me rephrase. She's doing whatever she wants, regardless of anything. Okay. But she ain't the only one acting half damn crazy. All right. There's a lot of other people that's acting half damn crazy, which we know, but there's some more people. Okay. And we on that ass. Latoya Cantrell, we ain't forgot about you. Chantal, we ain't forgot about you. And Big Fanny, I ain't got time for you. I'm going to allow my girl AV and TLA to continue with your ass. And the Dear Woke Christian, shout out to Dear Woke Christian covering the, what is it? Young Thug trial. And Little Woody, child, I can't. There's only so much that my brain can take. So it says Texas woman spent $900,000 of stolen money in attempt to become TikTok influencer. Woo! You biatches, I tell you.
Prosecutors say a North Texas woman stole more than $1 million and spent most of it on TikTok in an attempt to boost her presence on social media. This week, a Tarrant County judge sentenced Stacey Blackman to
white people! White people! Take this L, child. Take this L.
35 years in prison. Prosecutors say she also used stolen funds on other lavish expenses. Fox 4's David Sintendry spoke with prosecutors. David.
Well, the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office says Stacey Blackman spent about $1 million of stolen money on TikTok coins and then gave those TikTok coins to influencers in hopes of growing a following of her own.
Why wouldn't she use the damn stolen $1 million to invest and make more money off the $1 million as opposed to just getting on TikTok to... America's ghetto.
She spent her money on TikTok.
$1.2 million. That's how much money Stacey Blackman pled guilty to steal.
Why her name gotta be Stacey Blackman? Yes, true, Empire. We on the same page, child. You cannot make this shit up. Oh my God. The jokes write themselves, y'all. I ain't got to do shit. The jokes write themselves, child.
Stealing from a former employer while giving most of that money to influencers on the social media app TikTok.
A trusted individual. She was deceptive upon deceptive upon deceptive.
Blackman worked as an office manager for a high-end home building company in Southlake. In 2019, she began using a bank account of a senior partner who unexpectedly passed away, according to the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office. Did he have any family members who were wondering where this money might have been, or did they just not know there was any money?
So the money was stuck in probate. Stacey Blackman actually befriended the heir of this senior partner and was helping her figure out where all he had accounts and all of this. And so she was literally walking through this with the person she was victimizing.
Is that elder abuse then?
Blackman used a company credit card to send nearly
Technically, her name is Blackmon, sir. Blackmon, M-O-N, not M-A-N. Blackmon. I'm just saying.
$900,000 through PayPal to TikTok.
And she was using that bank account that had his life savings in it to pay that credit card.
So why TikTok? Well, prosecutors say Blackman was using the money to tip social media influencers on live streams in hopes of building her own following.
Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. Shout out to everybody here who is a content creator, okay? This biatch was stealing money, elder abuse, mind you, from that man and then paying influencers who probably have millions of followers probably lots of money so that someone can see her. Now, that really doesn't work most of the time. It's a good way to get your name out there, but a lot of the times it's not going to make a difference. If you don't have content that anyone is interested in, they're going to leave you anyway. Child, you already going to have people that's going to leave you when they have a difference of opinion. Shout out to all the followers that I've lost. Yes, shout out to the rogue one. Y'all out here stealing to send super chat. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. Why didn't she at least take the money and invest? Child, go buy a house. Child, go put some money in the stock market, something. No, child, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send $1,000 super chat so people can follow me. Ma'am, it doesn't matter if you're not interesting at the end of the day. This is funny, though. Shout out to the white people.
Blackman also purchased a suite for Dallas Mavericks games, lavish trips, and more.
She didn't buy.
Did she at least stream when she was at those places? Now that may have gotten her. See, she didn't even put it together. I'm assuming allegedly. I don't know. If you're going to be at the whoever game she just said and be at these expensive places, ma'am, you need to stream. Turn on the camera and stream. That may have helped you more so than just sending super chats like an idiot. And TikTok is going away. Is everyone forgetting that? It's been like on the low. No one's talking about it. But child, when the time frame comes and all of a sudden it's going to be TikTok's out of here. You got 30 days. What them people going to do? You think they planning? Child.
Any assets. She didn't put the money anywhere.
Right.
And had nothing to offer to pay back. That was comparable to the amount that she stole. She went ahead and stole another $400,000 from the business as well.
Blackman's employer ultimately caught on to the theft, which led the company down a rabbit hole, realizing theft had been going on for several years. Blackman was indicted in 2022.
She is extremely intelligent. She only ever graduated from high school, but that is no measure of how intelligent you are or how good you are at figuring out how to hide money.
Ma'am, she's not intelligent. Stop this. Now, this might be racism right here. You just gonna sit up here and say any old thing because she white, you white. What's up with that? That woman is not intelligent. She stole over $1 million to super chat. Come on now. That is not intelligent at all. Child, we be paying attention. White people. Child, I can't. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. That was funny, though. What else we got going on? Let's go here, child. San Francisco nonprofit director charged with embezzling $700,000. This is crazy. Oh, come on. Shiloh Moon, shout out to the Snow Bunny in the building. She said, I'm white and she's stupid. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you, okay? But that was crazy for her to admit. She's very intelligent, girl. You think we dumb? We be paying attention. Let's see what's going on in San Francisco near Shanghai, okay? Shout out to Gavin Newsom, messing up California one day at a time.
Former executive director of a San Francisco nonprofit has been arrested. She's accused of stealing public funds.
San Francisco's district attorney investigators say the money was meant to help fight crime. KTVU's Christian Captain joins us live.
Sorry, y'all. Let me back it on up. Child, shout out to the Asians looking short but doing the broadcast out here. I feel like we don't be seeing too many Asians on the daggone. Oh, no, that one lady, I think she in California. Are y'all reporting on Shanghai? Because we do.
Captain joins us live with the details. Christian?
Yeah, the DA's office says that the former executive director of SF Safe was arrested and is facing dozens of felony charges that for misusing close to $750,000.
What? My name is Kyra Worthy. I'm the executive director of San Francisco Safe.
San Francisco's district attorney's office investigators have arrested Kyra Worthy, the fired head of the now defunct SF Safe.
It's time for the colored's turn. Child, come on. What's her name? Kyra. Child, please don't tell me that this woman went and got a BBL or went on vacation with the money. Child, did you invest at least, child?
Nonprofit that once partnered with the San Francisco Police Department. The DA's office has leveled 34 felony charges related to the misuse and embezzlement of close to $750,000.
She's sitting up there competing with Donald damn Trump. Woo! He got 34 felonies, right? Woo!
Dollars, an alleged subsequent cover-up and wage theft. Worthy was fired from SF Safe in January after an audit. The organization closed its doors after nearly 50 years of service. The DA's office is accusing Worthy of squandering $500,000 and using another $100,000 on personal expenses, including $90,000 for a home health care nurse for her parents in North Carolina.
Oh, well, that was nice, though. That was nice. At least she's trying to take care of her mama and her daddy. Now, I'm thinking maybe the excuse will end up being because everything is so expensive in the United States. I had to do what I had to do. You don't know. I had to take care of my parents. Well, actually, is this okay, y'all? Is this okay? Because Big Tiff out there paying rent. She out there paying windows and roofs and things of that nature, right? What's the difference? What's the problem? Just because she didn't cover off first, it shouldn't matter, right? It's all good. Wait, now how come she getting 34 counts and Big Tiff's still out here? Bueller, anybody? Shout out to Supreme 10. He said Ferris Bueller's Day Off is on VH1 this afternoon. If y'all don't know the reference to what Bueller means, it's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's a movie from the 80s. Awesome sauce. Awesome movie. Shout out to you, and I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who is here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
President of the Board of Supervisors, Aaron Peskin, called for an audit more than a year ago, worried that something wasn't adding up.
Incidents like this vastly erode public trust, which is precisely why I have formulated an inspector general to give our controller the powers that they haven't had up until now, the power of subpoena, the power of search warrant, and that's going to be on this November's ballot.
The mayor's office released a statement saying, quote, the mayor has been focused on creating greater accountability for city departments and nonprofits. She appreciates the district.
Child, who is the pause? I got to look up the mayor of San Francisco. Another woman. Shout out to the women. Shout out to us women doing the damn thing. Mayor of San Francisco is London Breed. I feel like I have known or heard that name. So, London, are you out here as bad as Shanghai? Is that what's going on? Let's see. Mayor London Breed is the 45th mayor of San Francisco and the first African-American woman elected to the position. We're going to have to pay attention. We're going to have to pay attention to San Francisco now, y'all. Lord, I didn't know this. London Breed, mayor of San Francisco. This is not her fault, of course. This is Amber's fault. I think her name was Amber. But child, I can't do this. The jokes write themselves, y'all. I don't have to say anything. Child, finish this mess up.
Attorney's office work in this case and believes it's important that everyone knows they cannot violate the public trust by taking actions such as stealing, embezzling, or any other illegal activity. The San Francisco Police Department released a short statement as well, reading, quote, the SFPD thanks the district attorney's office for its thorough investigation and diligent work on this case.
Good work.
And extortion-related crime.
Worthy was booked into...
Wait, is this London Breed right here? Let me not say that. Is this her right here? I thought she was Asian because most of these people is a high Asian population in San Francisco. I thought the ABCDs lived in San Francisco. Is this London right here? Oh no. Moving on. I'm done with this. I get in trouble. Moving on. Where are we going? Is this Florida? Child, I don't know. WAPT, y'all gotta let me know. Jackson, I'm thinking Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah, I guess in Mississippi. Councilwoman Angelique Lee resigns after bribery charges. Oh, Lord. Come on, Angelique. What is going on?
Well, it has, in fact, been a very dramatic day here at the federal courthouse for Angelique Lee. She spent much of the day before two different judges, a magistrate and the chief district judge. She told the judge that she knew right from wrong and that it was wrong for her to take bribes. Now, here is what prosecutors accuses her of doing. According to that bill of criminal information, Lee accepted cash deposits and other gifts from an unnamed person described as
Wait, is that her? Well, girl, you should be all good in the hood. You looking cute as hell. What is going on, Angelique? Angelique. Leak.
Indicted co-conspirator A. The documents say Lee agreed to shut down a road and vote to approve a real estate development for a hotel at the Jackson Convention Complex. The fictitious deal involved two undercover FBI agents who pretended to be real estate developers from Nashville, Tennessee, who wanted to invest in that project. Now, Lee agreed to have the road, which was unnamed in the court documents, to be closed, and she would later cast votes at the council meeting in favor of that hotel development, again, in exchange for thousands of dollars. Now, according to the document, this past February, Lee accepted $10,000 in electronic transfer to pay off a portion of her campaign debt. And then in March, she took $3,000 for personal use. Also in March, the undercover agents described as confidential human source 1 and 2 allowed Lee to use their credit card to spend $6,000 at a luxury retail store in Jackson. Federal.
I'm sensing a theme. Leaky Lee. Come on, Leaky Lee. What is... This is a horrible picture. They did this on purpose. Girl, what did you use the $3,000 for? Where's the receipt? Where the receipt at? We need to see the receipt. Shout out to Big Tiff. Where's the receipt for the $3,000? And what's the luxury retail? Gucci, Fucci, Poochie, or Lucci? We need to know. Give us all the story, please. Leaky Lee. From now on, I don't know where this is at. Do y'all know Jackson? Is it Jackson, Mississippi? I'm assuming that's what it is. Child, anybody know? Anybody heard of this story? Bueller? I have not heard of this, but Leaky Lee, we on your ass too.
Federal prosecutors say Lee funneled some of the money to a bank account owned or controlled by that unindicted co-conspirator. We spoke with her attorney outside the courthouse after she pleaded guilty.
Good. Oh, well, shout out to Leaky Lee for taking responsibility. At least she pleaded guilty and said, ain't no point in going through all that. She probably got a deal.
People make bad decisions at times, but I must say that for her to come in and take full responsibility for her actions says a lot about her and her character. And so,
sir, let's not talk about her character. She's still a thief. She's just pleading guilty to stealing. Please, let's not bring in character.
This is a tough chapter for her, and hopefully this is the beginning phase of rehabilitating her character for her constituents and for the people of Jackson. And she wishes the city continued growth and success.
Now, Lee will remain free on a $10,000 unsecured bond. She's scheduled to be sentenced on November 13th. Federal prosecutors filed that sentencing recommendation under seal, so we don't know how much time they're recommending or any possible jail time they're recommending for her guilty plea this afternoon.
Did he just call her a whore?
I can tell you that Chief Judge Dan Jordan reminded Lee that by pleading guilty and agreeing to be sentenced, she will give up her right to vote, her right to serve on a jury, and indeed her right to serve in public office. It's rather a turn of events for a woman who just one day ago was Jackson's city councilwoman, Ward 2. For now, we're live at the federal court.
Well, Leaky Leak on up out of here now. Moving on, child. Moving on. She won't get any jail time because of the fact that she did plead guilty. So good for her. Shout out to Ms. AB who sent me a story about Mayor Eric Adams. We know about Eric up in New York. It looks like he's been hit with more federal subpoenas, child. I don't think I realized he had any. So they wilding and daggone New York. Everyone, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Get into this chat. It's the best chat on YouTube. They half damn crazy.
Breaking news, we are hearing exclusively from New York Mayor Adams after he was served a new subpoena in a federal corruption investigation.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger is in the newsroom with the mayor's reaction. Josh?
Shadi, the news broke tonight, but subpoenas to Mayor Adams and some on his campaign staff actually were served several weeks ago. The mayor reacting this evening in an interview with Bill for this weekend's edition of Eyewitness News Up Close. The investigation's been going on almost as long as he's been mayor. Eric Adams and his campaign now facing a new round of subpoenas, sources say, seeking communications and documents. Though in an Eyewitness News exclusive tonight, Adams wasn't exactly forthcoming about what specifically the feds are after.
What did you get subpoenaed for, and what's the status of the investigation?
You know, like previous administrations that had to go through subpoenas, you participate, you cooperate. I made it clear, former law enforcement officer, I've stated over and over again, I hold myself beyond a reproach, and when you receive a subpoena, you respond.
The mayor has not been accused of any crime. But the new developments reported first tonight by the New York Times come after a long-running corruption investigation into his 2021 campaign, and, at least in part, involves whether Adams or the campaign sought illegal contributions from the government of Turkey in exchange for pressuring the fire department to rush the inspection of a new Turkish consulate. Last November, the FBI served several search warrants, including at the Brooklyn home of Adams fundraiser Brianna Suggs. And agents also approached the mayor himself on the street, seizing his electronic devices. It's unclear what prompted the new subpoenas, which were actually served last month. But tonight, an Adams attorney repeated the mayor had done nothing wrong. Our investigation, he said, has included an evaluation of campaign documents, an analysis of tens of thousands of electronic communications, and witness interviews. To be clear, we have not identified any evidence of illegal conduct by the mayor. On the contrary, we've identified extensive evidence undermining the reported theories of federal prosecution as to the mayor, which we have voluntarily shared with the U.S. attorney. And both the mayor and his attorney continue to say they are volunteering to assist the U.S. attorney and cooperate.
Volunteering? He ain't got no damn choice.
With anything that's requested, that while they have not said what has been requested. Cannot stress enough, though, the mayor has not been accused of any wrongdoing.
All right, thanks for stressing that. This man looks like he's not even really here. He looked too white or something. He looked weird at this news station. Good luck to those people. Moving on, child. Moving on. Where are we going? Savannah. All right. So hold on. All right. Yeah, let's go here because we are about to get into Chicago and then we're going to get into Big Tiff. So Savannah police employee logs 3,900 in overtime hours. She didn't work.
And now to a WJCL 22 news investigation. Savannah police employee.
Oh, sis. Shout out to Lisa. Yeah, well, it's like it was AI or something. He didn't look real. He was whitewashed. It just looked crazy to me, but it could be it. That absolutely could be it. Child, what is going on, child? This is like Lacey. Okay, this is like Lacey. All right. Police employee logs 3,900 in overtime hours that she didn't work. Sis, what was you doing? What is the problem? What did you use that money for? Everybody just stealing money all over the place. We can trust no one. We can trust no one, clearly, y'all. But they want you to just go ahead and trust Kamala. Trust her. She ain't got she got a plan now as far as the economy is concerned and a plan for ABs, okay? Shout out to Earl in the building. Add that up. Total zero. Shout out to Earl in the building.
Logging nearly 3,900 overtime hours over 4 years. But it's time prosecutors say she never worked. Chief Lenny Gunther declined our request for an interview, but in a statement.
That biatch never worked. They said she never worked. I mean, I know what they mean, but it just sounded like, child, that biatch didn't do near a bit of work while she was working.
Matt called the incident, quote, an egregious theft of taxpayer money. WJCL 22 News' Andy Cole was the first to break this story. He spent hours digging through documents and has since learned how she pulled it off.
192 hours of overtime in a single 2-week pay period. That's what Savannah Police's Southside Precinct Administrative Assistant Tiffany Welch Neely logged the week of September 10, 2023. Over those 14 days, she claimed to have worked 11 of them straight without a single break. But this isn't an isolated incident. Through the Open Records Act, we requested all of Welch Neely's pay stubs from her time working for the city. In January 2020, after a year of working for Savannah Police, Tiffany Welch Neely started logging large amounts of overtime. We found 23 pay periods where she logged more than 70 hours of overtime. By the time it was all said and done, prosecutors say she stole $150,000 in taxpayer money.
To me, that is physically impossible for someone to be working that many hours.
That's not true, sir. They do it down in Dalton. Shout out to Terry Young. Okay. So they got her, but they can't get the people down in Dalton. Interesting.
Question I have is, why wasn't that caught?
That is a great question. And why is it that the person that's over top of her that approves that isn't being held accountable as well?
Big question I have. Why wasn't that caught?
We asked the city of Savannah that exact question. In a statement, the city says Welch Neely adjusted the numbers after her supervisor signed off. As an administrative assistant, it was Welch Neely's job to submit time for the entire precinct. The city admits, quote, safeguards in place to prevent this theft failed.
Fire everybody. Fire everybody. Oh, we made a mistake. If it was a big ass bank, y'all, it would be headline from here, from sea to shining sea. If it was a bank, it would be headlines from sea to shining sea, blasting them. They need to be held accountable, fine them for millions and millions and millions of dollars. But what happens here? Oh, that's okay. You don't know. Did y'all hear about this, Bueller? Anybody who doesn't live in this area, which I don't know what it is, WJCL, it might be Florida. No, it's Savannah. Ain't that Georgia near the ATL?
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Oh, child. Georgia coming up looking half damn crazy. Shout out to 72 Defender. I apologize for not reading your super chat. He said, Tiff had her in case I get arrested here. We're going. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone who is here. This sounds crazy. Savannah. I'm going to assume that that's Savannah, Georgia. Woo!
Unfortunately, when we don't have updated systems and we have old way of doing things, this is the sort of issue that we run into.
When you have someone who does not do the right thing, then you identify them, you investigate, and then you prosecute.
Oh, okay.
The city did just that. In late June, Welch Neely was indicted on 3 counts of theft by taking and 3 counts of theft by deception. She spent a night in jail in early July, but remains out on bond awaiting trial.
These are pretty egregious. That, like, this isn't skimming a little bit off of the top. These are pretty egregious, discrepancies that I think if anyone was paying any kind of attention, they should have caught, right?
The city says since discovering Welch Neely's theft, they've created more robust checks and balances and now conduct monthly payroll audits. They also say once the case is adjudicated, the city will be able to file an insurance claim for the theft of taxpayer dollars.
And every time a public employee does that, there's an opportunity for someone to say, see, I told you, they're all crooks. And it makes it bad on all of us. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. But again, I believe we identified it. And so we have addressed it, I think addressed it appropriately.
We asked to talk with police.
The news team had to investigate though. But shout out to I think her name is Tiffany for turning herself in, child. Shout out to her for turning herself in. I'm here to turn myself in. You go, girl. Anyway, moving on, child. Moving on. Let's get on into Chicago, Illinois as a whole. Security ramps up ahead of the DNC in Chicago. Y'all, we got a busy week next week. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you got your notifications on. Not only are we going to cover the DNC, but Thornton Township has their regular scheduled meeting on Tuesday. We going to be busy. All right. Be here or be square. Security ramps up ahead of the DNC in Chicago.
The DNC is just 2 days away and security is really starting to ramp up. You may have noticed fences and concrete barriers are now going up. Asal Razai is live near McCormick Place breaking down what's ahead there. Good morning to you, Asal.
Yeah, Mugo, good morning to you. We're on the corner of Cermak and Indiana. I want to give you a look at some activity that's happening here behind us, very similar to what we saw at United Center yesterday morning. Here at McCormick Place this morning, you'll see crews are working to put up more metal fences, barricades, concrete and metal going up around this entire area. Preparations have really kicked into high gear. We know much of this area will go into full hard closures by tonight. Now you'll see these
Pause, no diddy. Full hard closures. Pause, no diddy.
Security gates up all throughout the South Loop and on almost every block leading to McCormick Place. The biggest impacts right now really to people who live here and park in the area. Parking and traffic restrictions are already in play, as you can see. You also want to pay attention to those digital signs on the expressways. No trucks or anything bigger than a passenger car is allowed on the Stevenson Expressway between DuSable Lakeshore Drive and South State Street. That also goes.
Who is in Chicago? How is this working out for y'all? You can't do nada. How come they don't take care of all this safety when it's just a regular day in Chicago, though? Why is there no safety when it's just a regular day in Chicago, though? That's my question.
For both lanes in that direction on the Stevenson.
People are starting to lock stuff down. People are starting to pay a little bit more attention. But, you know, I think the city's going to do whatever they can, keep the neighborhood safe.
And we're told the DNC has all sorts of daytime events planned here at McCormick Place throughout the week. One of the main events, the Demapalooza, organizers calling that a family-friendly event. They're trying to get people engaged in the historic convention. Later on, it'll be impossible to get to where we're standing here this morning, Mugo, without having to go through security checkpoints that the United States Secret Service will have in place. As we know, those hard closures will go into effect by 7 o'clock tonight. I'm live in the South Loop.
Moving on. Let's go see y'all's friend. Your governor, J.B. Pritzker, wants Chicago DNC to energize the party and the city. But to y'all down there in the Southland, Thornton Township and Dalton, F you. Okay, Tiffany got y'all. He don't give a damn.
Governor J.B. Pritzker all smiles this afternoon as he gears up for the Democratic National Convention. I asked him what his biggest concerns are for this upcoming week.
I think we've got protesters. That happens every 4 years, let's be honest, at every convention. So I think that doesn't really keep me up at night. I think, my only concern is just making sure the event itself goes off well and that people know that they're going to be safe.
The governor says he's confident in the security plan and that Chicago police are ready.
This time we've got very well-trained people. They've been training, by the way, through the Republican convention. They all went up there, learned what happened there, and have come here with, I think they're in very good shape to handle any situation that arises.
There has been a lot of build-up to the convention. How does it possibly live up to the hype?
Oh, boy. Well, I have to say, if you look at the excitement level of the Democratic Party and frankly, people all over the United States, independents and Republicans, for the Harris-Walz ticket, you'll see that this excitement is going to last all the way through the election.
But the governor expects the election will be close.
This is going to be a rough battle. We know that the country is divided and that the battleground states are divided, and it's very close in all of them.
Where do you see yourself in 4 years, 8 years from now?
President.
Well, I'm always going to be somebody who supports Democrats and who's involved in public policy. It's something I've been doing for decades before I became governor. So you can imagine I'm going to keep doing a lot of what I have been doing. But I don't know whether I'll be in public office or not.
The governor...
Ninja, stop it. He's going to be running for president before y'all know it. Moving on, child, moving on. So, Dalton Deputy Police Chief facing new lawsuit over overtime pay. Now, we saw overtime pay down there in Savannah with the other Tiffany, we shall call her. Let's see what's going on here. So this is kind of breaking news. It kind of came out last night that there is a new lawsuit over the overtime pay, basically against Lacey.
Now to a developing story in Dalton. The deputy police chief facing a new lawsuit involving tens of...
Woo! Woo! Every time I see that ass.
story in Dalton. The deputy police chief facing a new lawsuit involving tens of thousands of dollars in overtime pay.
WJ's Jenna Barnes is here with the latest on that tonight.
Yeah, guys, this lawsuit alleges that just in the last year, Dalton's acting police chief paid himself more than $100,000 in OT that he was not supposed to receive, capping off a busy week of scrutiny for one of the mayor's top allies.
We have an outstanding, and I do mean outstanding.
We supposed to be listening. I'm gonna back it on up, but y'all look at Stan right here. Do y'all know that meme with it's like a white skeleton or a white ghost, and he just looks like tired and old? Why does Stan look like him right here? Just a dark version. Oh shit, the things I be paying attention to, y'all. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. All right, let's get serious. Let's stay focused. Shout out to Bottom Line with Caroline. I appreciate you, hon. She said, shout out to Michonne for brightening my Saturday morning. Shout out to you for being here, every last one of you. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Is that thing called Skeletor? Because it kind of looked like a Skeletor, but not the Skeletor from like the 80s and 90s. Charlie, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Let me focus. Let's focus, y'all. This is about Lacey, okay? Focus.
Capping off a busy week of scrutiny for one of the mayor's top allies.
We have an outstanding, and I do mean outstanding police department.
Dalton's acting police chief, Louis Lacey, now being sued by the village for overtime. They say he paid himself, but was never eligible to receive. The lawsuit alleges between August of last year and July of this year, Lacey submitted and approved nearly $140,000 in overtime for himself, even though he's a salaried employee, not entitled to.
How the hell are we paying ourselves any daggone way? They're saying paying himself. So he's paying himself. Where they do that at? I'm serious though. Where they do that at? That sounds crazy. I don't see anything in the email, so not sure if that was the right one. I am MICHONDENYSE. I am MICHONDENYSE. So I don't see anything in the email. So maybe you want to try to send it again. But how the hell he paying himself? This sounds crazy to me. This is crazy. No checks and balances here either. No checks and balances here either.
July of this year, Lacey submitted and approved nearly $140,000 in overtime for himself, even though he's a salaried employee, not entitled to OT. The village also fired him last week.
The meeting will be shut down.
Often seen calling for order during Dalton's fiery board meetings and even ordering members of the public to leave, Lacey is a close ally of Mayor Tiffany Henyard and insists only the mayor has the power to terminate his employment. He pleaded not guilty Thursday to federal charges of bankruptcy fraud and perjury and was ordered to hand over his guns. His attorney believes prosecutors are using the charges to get him to turn on Henyard in their investigation into her spending.
One way that the government always does it is to go and investigate people around her, and that's what they're doing here.
They also indicted Henyard's.
I mean, if it works, but you act like that's something crazy, but people always get lawyers who come out here and say things to make it seem like you support them when you know daggone well, listen, as a salaried employee, I am not eligible for overtime. So if he is a salaried employee, the law is the law, and you got overtime, then why is he pleading not guilty? He not being like Tiff from the other story where she at least acknowledged that she did wrong. If you are salaried, you do not get overtime. It just doesn't work that way. That's it. That's all. Shout out to Casey Cat. I appreciate you. Shout out to Michonne's great mods. Yeah, shout out to all the mods. I appreciate you. Shout out to Skinny Boy, 20 Boy. I see you. Nicole, allegedly Elise. Who else was in here? I saw Gail. Shout out to Gail. And anyone else I may have missed, no offense, but just going off the top of my head, I appreciate you. Do what you got to do. Everyone, please just hit the like button. Where are we at, actually? Yeah, it's over 600 here, and we are at 227. Can we get the likes up to at least 300? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. You do not have to subscribe, but just hit the like button.
These prosecutors are using the charges to get him to turn on Henyard in their investigation into her spending.
One way that the government always does it is to go and investigate people around her. And that's what they're doing here.
They also indicted Henyard's top aide, Keith Freeman, on a bankruptcy fraud charge earlier this year.
The difference is that Mr. Lacey is not guilty. I guess Mr. Freeman has admitted his guilt.
Why would you say that?
I believe he's cooperating.
Trustees say Freeman is.
I believe he's cooperating. Child, you don't know nothing. Just trying to throw the track off over to Keith. Child, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. We on both their asses.
Doing his job as village administrator. As Henyard called a mandatory meeting for police on Thursday, Freeman replied, Lewis Lacey is no longer employed by the village of Dalton.
Are you in charge? Who's in charge?
Silence and a smile for WGN Investigates Ben Bradley as Lacey went into that meeting, but video from inside reveals his answer.
Do what you want, but anything after this is insubordination.
His job in dispute, and now so is the money he was paid to do it. Lacey's attorney calls today's lawsuit baseless and frivolous. Of course, it was just last week that former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot presented her findings of her investigation into Dalton's finances, reporting that Lacey was paid more than $200,000 in overtime over the course of the past few years. Guys.
Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you, Jenna. So whoever said that you get a bonus, that's exactly what you get when you're a salaried employee. Hopefully you do, child. Let them say I ain't getting no bonus. I'm out of there. But listen, my bonus ain't gonna be double my daggone salary. That's for daggone sure. Shout out to Troll Extraordinaire in the building. Another one. He said chewing gum is difficult for coloreds in 2024. Walking and chewing gum. I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, so that is crazy. And of course, what else is the lawyer going to say? Just try to throw the sin off. Sir, please take that on somewhere else. We ain't trying to hear it. So now we are on to Illinois Comptroller freezes payments to Village of Dalton over past due audits. So for those that may not have been aware, I guess they get money, child. It says the Comptroller. Now, where the Comptroller been for the last 3 years, who knows? Now, because of the audits that weren't sent in, which is what Lori found out, Lori Lightfoot, you have to submit your audits each year. I guess each town is from what my understanding, and they haven't done it for the last 3 years. From what I understand, there's many of the villages that haven't submitted it, but now they want to go ahead and act like they doing something. Child, we not fooled. We not fooled at all. Don't try to act like you was doing your job. You wasn't doing your job. Whoever gave Tiffany over and wherever the hell that was, all that overtime, they wasn't doing their jobs. There's a lot of people out here that's just allowing stuff, child. Y'all allowing Lacey to go ahead and basically, it sounds like allegedly, submit his own damn time approval. Like, come on now. We over here looking half damn crazy.
Today, the state's chief financial officer makes it clear to Dalton officials.
Until I see those reports properly filed the way the law says they have to be,
Girl, shut
and
up.
until we see them show accountability for how they're spending taxpayer money, they will not see another penny of those offsets.
Illinois Comptroller Susana Mendoza says she is freezing $135,000 that would have been sent to the Village of Dalton after a preliminary report of the village finances by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot revealed questions.
You mean you're now going to stop $135,000 even though you've been sending $135,000 and you wasn't worried about it up until now? Girl, goodbye.
Comptroller Susana Mendoza says she is freezing $135,000 that would have been sent to the Village of Dalton after a preliminary report of the village finances by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot revealed questionable expenses under Mayor Tiffany Henyard, and a village that had a multi-million-dollar surplus 2 years ago is now running millions of dollars in debt.
Our action yesterday is to protect the people of Dalton who she is disrespecting with her.
Anybody in here from Thornton Township or Dalton? I guess it's just Dalton. Anybody feel protected now? Anybody feel protected now? Bueller. That $135,000 for Big Tiff is like $20 for the rest of us, okay? It's like $20 for the rest of us. We're known until we get some accountability. Ma'am, shut up. You'd have been better off just shutting the F up and not saying anything. You looking crazy. You looking half damn crazy here.
Behavior every day.
Mendoza says her office is poised to do a forced audit and levy fines if the Village of Dalton does not file past due audits. Village trustees now demanding the Village Finance Department comply.
It's so sad. It's sad because the people who are being hurt are the poor people of Dalton.
An attorney.
Wait a minute. Is she calling y'all poor, or is she saying that like just an adjective? Or is she calling y'all poor? Oh, no, I don't like that, child. I don't like that.
Of Dalton.
An attorney representing Mayor Henyard shared this statement, saying in part, she has never refused to comply with the comptroller. She is simply trying to compel the accountant to comply.
Oh, no. So Big Tiff is trying to compel someone who works for her to comply. Child, I can't do this. I can't do this. So Big Tiff can have Lacey, who was initially placed on leave, then fired, so she can get him his job back and say, child, just do what you want. But the person who's in charge of the money, or to submit the money, whatever you want to call it, the accountant stuff, she trying to get them. She trying. Did we not just see her the other night where she called what is her name? Trustee Carlisle a liar? Did we not see how she talks to people? Did we not see her, which we're about to watch that undercover video in a second? Did we not see her tell the oppressors to do what she says? Child, goodbye. Child, playing in your face. Playing in your face.
Meanwhile, yesterday in Dalton, more confusion over leadership at the Dalton Police Department after the trustees put Deputy Chief Louis Lacey on administrative leave. Lacey appeared in federal court yesterday, pleading not guilty to bankruptcy fraud and perjury charges. A judge ordering Lacey to hand over his firearms and FOID card. In this video obtained by ABC7, Lacey and Mayor Henyard are heard telling officers who was in charge last night.
Now, from this point on, do what you want. But anything after this is insubordination.
He is not the chief.
Attorney Bert Olderson represents village trustees.
I've seen a lot of corruption and hijinks, and I've never seen anything like this.
Trustees tell ABC7 they will move to formally fire Lacey at the next village board meeting after they say he violated the terms of his administrative leave.
Watch breaking news.
It's not funny, but all I can do is laugh, because who is running the damn hen house? I swear.
I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
Order in the court.
You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Let's go on over here and look at this video, child, closer ourselves, okay? So we've seen, I'm sure y'all seen this video. Somebody clearly was inside of the oppressor meeting recording, okay? And they put it out. Shout out to them. So we did talk about it briefly, that there was a memo that Keith put out, and I don't have it in front of me. I didn't think to get that. And he was talking to everyone. And then they said, I think he said something along the lines, you can go to Big Tiff's meeting if you want to, but you don't have to. Don't feel like you need to. At the same time, it's like, well, if Keith was fired, then why he's still putting out memos? If he don't work there, how he putting out memos? Child, people just down here doing whatever the hell they want to do. Child, they just down here doing whatever the hell they want to around her, all right? Shout out to Dalton and Thornton Township. So let's go ahead and take a listen to this. This is Big Tiff's meeting 2 days ago, I believe. I think it was like at 4:00 with the meeting with the oppressors to tell them what's what, allegedly.
Do not work here, he's from. So stop playing these silly games, board of trustees, and putting people's lives in jeopardy. So I'm here to tell everybody from Horses Ground, which I made this statement at the board meeting. So it's nothing different. So any questions? Anybody questions?
So you guys know Keith Freeman did get a letter of termination. Okay? Now from this point on, do what you want. But anything after this is insubordination. Okay? Any questions?
times. And then always keep our mental in check because you know there's a lot going on. And I hate that y'all going through this stuff. Just for real. On some real stuff. Go see HR. Don't let nobody like mess with your peace. Keep your peace. Whatever y'all can do. Keep that. But that's it. As long as I can. Cover nothing else. They put on a show called The Dog. Keith.
What is going on around here? We're going to listen to it again. But child, someone help me understand what the hell is going on around here. And that sounds a little bit like intimidation. To me, it sounds a little bit like intimidation. Shout out to Hiram on YouTube. I appreciate you, honey. He said, is anyone doing their job? No one, anywhere, at all. No wonder we got tickety talkers and Zaz out here talking about they don't want to work. Nobody else is working. They're doing whatever the hell they want to do, being wherever they want to be, with whoever they want to be with. And saying F it. I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to, and I'll just take somebody else's money, and people just get to be let off, or, you know, you out here trying to delete people, you get 25 years, you probably get out for good behavior, then they be... America's ghetto. I'm gonna leave it at that. Shout out to him for another 2. Thank you, honey. Says Tiffany as Nino Brown was prophetic. Absolutely. She knew. She knew, child. That's why this is all so fun.
I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me. Order in the court.
When the time finally comes, she gonna be talking like that. This is what she doing now.
You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
So she was talking to Keith Freeman like that, and yeah, he still got access to the daggone emails and whatnot. Make it make sense. Someone Bueller.
Leave me. Get the fuck out.
I can't. Shout out to Casey Cat with another 5. I appreciate you, hun. She says the feds owe us Tiff being arrested at a Dalton board meeting for all of us to see. Agree. All right, let's listen to this mess again. The undercover operations. The oppressors are tired of it too, clearly. The oppressors clearly are tired of it too. Why would they record this and then put it out? Here's the thing, though, is since Tiff can see this video and she can see who was sitting right there, that person, you better watch out. Molly, you in danger, girl. All right? I'm just saying, look at her. She looking right at him, child.
Freeman do not work here. He's fine. So stop playing these silly games, board of trustees, and putting people's lives in jeopardy.
Was the board of trustees at this meeting or something? She's sitting up here talking about Keith don't work here anymore. Then how the hell Keith have access to send out freaking memos? Make it make sense. What are we talking about right now? But she can't get the comptroller person. We'll just call him that in order to submit the audit. She's trying to get the comptroller to submit the audit, but she's sitting here in front of the oppressors of all people, telling them what they need to do. Child.
So I'm here to tell everybody from the horse's mouth, which I made this statement at the board.
Well, that was a good thing to say. Shout out to the horse's mouth. Shout out to the horse's mouth. Shout out to TQS. Appreciate you, hun. He said, Michonne, you have endless content messing around with Big Tiff. We are here for every bit of it. We want our payoff at this point. We want our payoffs, just like Casey Cat just said. We want them to come in during a live meeting where we live streaming and haul that ass. All right. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, everyone. Please get the likes up. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. We need to get over 300. Hit the like button.
So it's nothing different. So any questions? Anybody questions?
So you guys know Keith Freeman did get a letter of termination.
Sir, you got a letter of termination from what we understand. But you get to ignore yours, and then Keith has to be mindful of his. And at this point, who knows who got a termination? 1 minute the trustees can make the decision. The next minute, Big Tiff can say she can do whatever she wants to do. The next minute, you got to wait till you get something formalized. The next minute, you don't have to wait. What the hell is going on down here? And you don't hear nothing from JB. You heard that one lady, she don't count, F her. You don't hear nothing from Martino. You don't hear nothing from Kwame. You don't hear nothing from Kim. Just let them residents suffer. They be all right. You don't know. They got it all under control.
Okay. Now from this point on, do what you want. But anything after this is insubordination.
How come it's at this point, do what you want, but then in the next point, anything after that is insubordination? So then it sounds like you can't do what you want because you're going to get me for insubordination. I'm confused. I'm confused. Do what you want. But anything you do from now on is insubordination. Child, y'all taking orders from a man. We don't even know. Do we work here? Do we not work here? Like, oh, Lord have mercy. Dalton, child. It's a special place, child.
Okay.
All right.
Any questions?
Any questions? Y'all scared to ask her questions? Probably.
And then always keep our mental in check because you know there's a lot going on. And I hate that y'all going through this stuff. Just for real. On some real stuff. Go see that y'all. Don't let nobody like mess with your peace. Keep your peace, whatever y'all can do.
Keep your peace.
That's it. As long as I can. Come on now. They put on a show called
Keep your peace is her advice. The advice to the oppressors from Big Tiff is to keep your peace. All right, whatever you say, child. I can't take it. I just can't take it. I don't understand. Moving on. So, according to NBC Chicago, fired deputy police chief reappointed by Dalton Mayor Tiffany. Why do y'all think I can't keep up my damn self? You heard? I cannot keep up my damn self. All right? This is being reported. Fired deputy police chief reappointed by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, but she the one that's always telling everybody else that she's the person who gonna teach somebody and teach people about the damn law when she down here running roughshod over every damn body. I don't know who to listen to. Who is there to listen to?
You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's how she talking to everybody.
Leave me. Get the fuck out.
Oh, Lord. Let's hear it. This is from NBC Chicago.
We are following some breaking news out of suburban Dalton.
And this comes just days after the trustees terminated the deputy police chief. Now the mayor of the village, Tiffany Henyard, has appointed him to a new position. NBC 5's Regina Waldrop has reaction on today's announcement.
Good evening. An illegal appointment. That's what the trustees I talked to are calling this. They say the news took them by surprise. And now they're talking to legal counsel to figure out their next steps. Now, it was last Monday that Deputy Dalton Police Chief Louis Lacey was put on administrative leave by the Dalton Village Board. Trustees say he returned to work the next day and was later fired for insubordination. Then today, trustees say they got word that Mayor Tiffany Henyard has now appointed Lacey as police chief without trustees voting on this appointment. And they say Lacey has also not been sworn in to the position. Now, Lacey was in court a short time ago. He was arraigned on federal bankruptcy fraud charges. It's alleged that he lied under oath in a scheme to hide assets and income from creditors to avoid paying more than $40,000 in a lawsuit settlement.
Well, Mr. Lacey is absolutely not guilty of all 9 counts. I believe he's cooperating. And if you cooperate, you have to admit your guilt first.
And happening here tonight in...
That's just attorney bullshit. That's just attorney bullshit, child. And he looked like a clown too. Shout out to our girl here, child. I forget her name. But where the hell did he go? The lawyer looked like he put one of those, you know, when you were younger and you had those glasses that had the nose on it and you put it on, child. This is who he's looking like to me. He must be cooperating. He ain't got no choice but to cooperate. Cooperation meaning you enter your plea, guilty or not guilty, because you want to defend yourself, but no one made him go put his information in, and his money is clear. Did it belong to you or did it not? If you are a salaried employee, you are not eligible for overtime. There's just no ambiguity with that. If your damn wife lived with you and had income and you left it off, that's a problem. That's it. That's all. Like, so no one down here does anything wrong. Nobody in any type of position in Dalton or Thornton Township does anything wrong. Big Tiff does everything right. Now Lacey does everything right. It's only everyone else that does things wrong. Child, I tell you, I'd have been left like them people that left from PG County and they moved Child, I've been going. Let that house go to foreclosure. Let me go buy my other house first. Then I'm out of here. I'm gonna get a line of credit from this house and use that for the down payment and go ahead and leave. And y'all take that house. I don't give a damn. That's just me, child. Shout out to TQS. I appreciate you, honey. Said Dalton positions can do some shuffling too. Big Tiff and all the rest of them. That's all they doing down there is shuffling. But now, like that Mendoza lady, now she over here shuffling, trying to act like she wasn't doing anything wrong. Now we just waiting to hear from Martino.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man. What you gonna do? Look out, boys. It's coming through. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Casey Cat. Thank you, hon. She said he's cooperating with his bankruptcy fraud case, but not the TIF case. Understood. But the point is that he ain't got no choice but to cooperate. The charges are there. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make it seem like he's doing something benevolent. You've been charged, sir. You have no choice but to cooperate. You pled. You said not guilty. Cool. But your time will come. And you cannot lie about the fact that if you were salaried, you can't. I mean, I know that's two different things, but you can't lie about money, basically. How are you going to lie about money? You give up 2 accounts at the same bank where you have 3 accounts. How dumb are you? You lied about having a 3rd account at a bank where you have 2 accounts. All that has to be done is have your Social Security ran, dummy. You can't lie about it. You have the account and the history is there. This is crazy. Now, I don't know if he gave up his Chase account, but people just act like these companies can't figure out what the hell it is that you have. We're talking about money. Unless you got it underneath your mattress. Child, I can't take it. Shout out to Hiram with another 2. He said edited video. He was talking about Freeman. You mean I don't know which video you're talking about. If you're talking about the video with him and Tiff, I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to TQS. I appreciate you. He said he looked like the clear eyes actor. They have the ability to moisturize. Child, half damn crazy. This is too much.
Operating. And if you cooperate, you have to admit your guilt first.
And happening here tonight in South Holland, a special meeting called by the Thornton Township Board of Trustees. They have a number of items on the agenda looking to curtail spending that they say is being done by Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who is also township supervisor. We should also mention that the township is now into its new fiscal year and still without a budget. Reporting from South Holland, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Regina, thank you very much.
Regina,
There are more money troubles tonight for the village of Dalton. Illinois Controller Susanna Mendoza has stopped what are called offset fund payments to the south suburb. She says Mayor Tiffany Henyard's administration has not submitted required financial reports to her office. As a result, payments from those who owe traffic fines and parking tickets and other municipal dollars have been halted. A recent investigation found Dalton is more than $3.5 million in debt.
It's never ending. It's never ending. Where are we going now, child? This is too much. All right, they want to talk about the meeting now, and we have the clear version of the meeting. We'll go over some parts of it, not the whole thing. We didn't already seen that, child. So Dalton Mayor leads heated Thornton Township meeting amid more legal trouble, which we saw, but let's hear what they got to say, y'all.
You could feel the anger tonight at a Board of Trustees meeting in Thornton Township. The board and citizens looking for accountability to their finances while the township supervisor, Tiffany Henyard, is under investigation. NBC5's Regina Waldrop live from that meeting tonight with the latest. Regina?
Good evening, Stephan. This was a long and at times a heated meeting. So you had a number of trustees looking at ways to curtail spending by the administration here. But then you had the town supervisor here also upset with several trustees who had voted at a previous meeting not to pay certain vendors or payroll.
Hold on, you out of order. If you want to have a little cat fight, we can handle this back there.
In Thornton Township.
Was that a threat? Was that a threat? We can handle that back there, girl. Woo! Lord, Lord, Lord. I know they meet in closed. I know they mean technically in closed meeting, but I don't care. That's not how that come across. This disrespect, child.
Or payroll.
Hold on, you out of order. If you want to have a little cat fight, we can handle this back there.
In Thornton Township, a tense special meeting with several trustees backing ordinances they say were about increasing accountability and preventing unapproved spending by the township, which is run by Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. She's also the mayor of Dalton and under federal investigation for alleged misuse of municipal funds. One of the ordinances proposed at the special meeting would have put a cap on credit card spending with purchases approved by the finance director, but that ordinance did not pass.
Coming in, I mean, unfortunately, we knew it was going to be a little messy, but it's just something we felt important that had to be done, that should be done. So, but like I said, just some accountability, some transparency. And once again, I mean, as you can see, it's, there's a lot of rhetoric and there's a lot of going back and forth, but how many?
Can I just say something? And I know, child, the people in Dalton, Thornton Township mad anyway, so just add on to it. How come these trustees didn't think about the things that they're doing now previously before the third year? Why didn't they think about curbing spending way back when they was going back and forth? Why didn't they think about putting the kibosh on the daily spend amount and whether you have a credit card and who has the credit card? Isn't that their responsibility, allegedly, since they're calling this meeting and now making a determination on who it is that they want to pay, who it is that they don't want to pay? So all this time while she was running roughshod and doing whatever the hell it is that she wanted, they didn't do a thing to stop it until now. And the only reason that the township is now doing this is because they saw that Dalton did it. I'm just saying. But these are the people that y'all want to continue to have faith in. So we know that you're not, shout out to everybody who's here, but shout out to your coloreds. All right. Everybody, all of y'all. All right. You know, you can't say anything against anyone when the most of them like them. Right. You can't say anything against them. I'm saying it, child. If you're supposed to know, maybe Big Tiff is right. Maybe Big Tiff is right. Maybe they don't know government. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know because that's not my business. All right. I am not a trustee, a mayor, a supervisor. I ain't there, none of that. I'm learning along with everybody else. And I don't have a problem with saying that. However, if you're in these positions and then you're the one that's out here fighting, let's take stand for a second. You fighting for grass cutting. We need to cut the grass, cut the grass, cut the grass. Pay these people for cutting the grass, cut the grass. When we going to talk about grass for an hour. But y'all didn't, not stand, but y'all didn't know that you had the ability to stop her spending so that you wouldn't be in this whatever the number is, 3.5 million in Dalton, and then whatever it may end up being in Thornton Township. So does that mean that y'all got to wait to get Lori Lightfoot to come and take a look at Thornton Township as well? Or y'all trusting the numbers that she's giving out over there? Bueller. And y'all want to sit up here and put these people back in? Y'all want to elect these people yet again? Do what you want, of course. But to me, that don't make much sense. That's all I'm saying. It don't make much sense to me. But what do I know? Shout out to Paul in the building. Paul is here, y'all. Shout out to Paul. Paul said 2 of the township trustees stopped being rubber stamps for Tiffany as soon as their names appeared in the federal subpoena. Yeah, Jones and Carlisle, right? It's too bad the subpoena didn't name Darlene, the mass trustee, the one that just walked out of the damn meeting like, girl, where you going? Child, ain't this your job? When that one lady went up there and started speaking about, she didn't realize they got paid for this. No shade against her, but it's like, yeah, and she can just get up and leave and walk out. Like, ma'am, you're here. You got to sit here for all this too. That's your job. Sit your ass down. What's going on? What do I know, child? What do I know? Shout out to Paul. Thank you so much for that information. Whose comment did I just miss? My girl, Casey Cat said Chris Gonzalez was fighting about spending transparency in the township, but nobody voted with him until recently. Chris Gonzalez elected her. That's not me coming for you, KCK. You know I'm not. All I'm saying is that Chris don't get no passes from me either. Now, mind you, I don't live there. It don't matter. He the one that nominated her for daggone supervisor because they didn't want to allow the people to make the determination after 60 days, from what I understand, that they had the opportunity to do so. We're going to have to revisit that. So Chris Gonzalez, from my perspective, don't get no passes. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You don't get brownie points because you're doing what you're supposed to do. And here's the other thing with this, all this, I can work on this side and I can work on this side. Somebody need to put something in place to say that you can't work here and then be another one over here. And then do these people have real jobs outside of this, or is this their job? Does anybody know? Bueller? I don't know. Do they like go to the bank and do their 8 to 5 and then they come back and then come become a trustee at night or something? Or is this their only job? Child, this is crazy. But what do I know? I don't know nothing.
The true answers did we get?
Also happening in Dalton, Deputy Police Chief Lewis Lacey, fired for insubordination last week by the Dalton Village Board, is back, appointed by Tiffany Henyard as police chief. Trustees say it's an illegal appointment. Lacey was arraigned on federal bankruptcy fraud charges Thursday afternoon. It's alleged that he lied under oath in a scheme to hide assets and income from creditors.
Mr. Lacey is absolutely not guilty of all 9 counts. I think the government likes to bring as many counts as possible, just so the media will say that he has been charged with 9 counts.
As for Lacey's appointment as chief, well, Dalton trustees, a majority of them tell me that they're talking to legal counsel right now to consider their next steps. As for Thornton Township, still no budget here. That is one of the issues that likely will be tackled at the next meeting. That happens next Tuesday. I'm live in South Holland tonight. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
We know you'll be following it. Regina, thank you very much.
It is 6:07 this morning, and there is more fallout in Dalton and Thornton Township. Illinois Comptroller Susana Mendoza making a big move after Dalton.
Girl, she ain't making no moves. Moving on, child. Moving on. Shout out to you, though, girl. Looking good there. Girl, looking good. All right. So WGN now, y'all. They said Henyard calls special meeting clickbait as Thornton Township trustees seek answers, child. Tiffany saying whatever the hell she want to, okay? She's like, F it. I'm going to say what I want. You know what I mean? This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy.
Out of nearby Thornton Township, where trustees called a special meeting.
Some of the agenda items appear to be inspired by recent accusations against townships.
Listen. This lady come on here all the time. I'm going to need somebody to let her know that this wig does not do her well. This wig does not do her well. I don't know who need to tell her. Somebody need to tell her. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. Shout out to TQS. Thank you, hon. He said, my political contribution to Michonne as next mayor of Dalton. Oh, Lord. Imagine me going to live in Dalton, child. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Woo! Shout out to TQS. I appreciate you, hon. Shout out to everybody that is here. Please hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. You do not have to subscribe. Just hit the like button.
By recent accusations against Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. WGN's Angelica Sanchez is live in South Holland with details. Angelica.
Hey, Angelica.
Well, it took no time for this meeting to become combative, with Henyard multiple times questioning why this special meeting was called in the first place when the township was already set to meet next week. Trustees say that this was their way of getting answers.
Because they didn't want to be in that damn meeting for 10 hours as opposed to the 4 hours almost from the other night and probably 4 hours for the upcoming one. Woo, Lord.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Thornton Township called a special meeting. Supervisor Tiffany Henyard called it clickbait.
But it saddens my heart that you are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs where we have big bingo.
She wanted media instead cover an event downstairs.
I'm advising you to make a U-turn and go downstairs because you come for clickbait.
The meeting happened hours after the state.
Child, let me see if she put up the video for Big Go, because I know it's gonna come up. Hold on, pause. Child, it's gonna be whoo. You saw them people coming in there talking about Big Tiff. No, she just got more spiritual posts. All right, so no bingo yet, but as soon as it comes up, we gonna have to cover it, of course, so we can see how well bingo goes. Bingo be going well, y'all.
Comptroller suspended funds to South Suburban Dalton, where Henyard is also mayor. She's being accused of mismanaging taxpayer funds there. It took no time for the township meeting to turn combative.
So why aren't you paying the staff? I don't see the staff on here. I think that's a very important bill to pay. So do y'all want to amend that and add the staff bills? because I don't see them in none of these bills lists. And then we don't never do agenda like this. So all this fluff you selling to the public is crap.
Trustees listed several agenda items like approving.
How professional. Crap. This is just crap. There you go.
The payments of several vendor bills, ordinances to establish travel guidelines, regulate budget approvals, and establish a credit card purchase policy.
I'm just tired of coming here and it has to be a show.
Henyard questioned multiple times why a special meeting was called when the township was already set to meet next week.
Sometimes we get invoices.
Who's that girl, y'all? Who is this young lady? Like, is she the timekeeper? Not the timekeeper, note taker, right? You know what I'm saying? The note taker person. I thought that was that other lady, Elston, I think her name was. Who is this lady? Does anyone know?
Township was already set to meet next week.
Sometimes we get invoices, but those invoices lead to more questions, and sometimes we don't get questions, answers to those questions. And so it's not about clickbait, it's about just making sure the right thing is being done.
Trustees say it was due to breakdowns in communication between trustees and administration.
I trusted the administration. I trusted the process. And the moment I didn't trust the process, I started asking questions.
Now, during a discussion over lawn care services for disabled seniors, Henyard supporters praised her and said that she was being crucified. Meantime, some agenda items were approved while others were tabled for the meeting scheduled next Tuesday. Live in South Holland, Angelica Sanchez, WGN News.
A man was shot and killed over.
All right, moving on from that, child. So it's stenographer. That's the word that I was thinking of. So maybe that's what she does. I just feel like they were like kind of zooming in on her. So I didn't know if something was going on there. So shout out to her. I appreciate you for letting me know, or the secretary, whoever's supposed to take notes. So shout out to that young lady. But I was just wondering why they had been focusing, not just this station. I've seen in a couple different places they were focusing in on her. Moving on to Fox 32 Chicago. Shout out to our girl Elise. She said a stenographer is only for court and Robert's Rules of Order. You only have a recording secretary and or a clerk. All right, well, let's call her a clerk then. My apologies. So then she was the clerk or the secretary. All right, cool. Shout out to Robert's Rules of Order that Tiffany doesn't abide by. All right. So before we get started with this video, this girl here, these boobs are boobing, child. She look good. Every time she come on here, this woman got hourglass figure, okay? Don't let her start standing up, child. It's going to be a problem. Acting Dalton Police Chief pleads not guilty.
The acting police chief for the village of Dalton pleaded not guilty today on federal bankruptcy fraud charges. Louis Lacey is accused of hiding assets and income to avoid paying creditors and settling a lawsuit. In court today, the judge ordered Lacey to give up his Dalton Police Department issued firearm and 2 other guns he has in his house.
He does need his firearm in case something happens on the street and that puts him in danger.
That means that he's no longer an oppressor, Clear Eyes. Come on now.
We respect the judge's order. He will not carry a firearm, and hopefully it will not jeopardize his job.
Lacey's attorney says he is not guilty and alleges the criminal case against him is an attempt by the government.
All right, y'all. Shit. There ain't nothing new there. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. All right. So we're not going to go over this whole damn meeting, but here is the damn meeting from the Lansing Journal where there's no stuff from the outside. No offense against Reality Check TV Chicago at all. Shout out to him for all that he does. In my audio, which I got straight, y'all. Let me know. I feel like I got it straight. All right. So they actually timestamped it. So that's going to be easier for us to get through. Okay. So they just uploaded this like today. So their caption reads, "This was a long meeting." Shout out to the Lansing Journal. They said this was a long meeting with a lot of motions, seconds, discussions, and votes. Rather than simply stream it live, the Lansing Journal has taken the time to identify the various actions and participants. In doing so, we noticed that one of the items was never actually voted on. At about the 54-minute mark, Trustee Carmen Carlisle makes a motion to approve an ordinance to regulate retail credit card net 30 policy, which we went over the agenda, so we saw it. Trustee Chris Gonzalez seconds the motion. A long discussion follows that includes staff members and department heads. I don't know why they got to get a say. It's between the people on the board, right? But let a regular audience member say something, okay? Then Supervisor Tiffany Henyard makes a motion to table the motion, which Trustee Jerry Jones seconds. See, these are the notes that we need. So Tiffany said, let's table the motion. And then Jerry Jones, who a lot of people, I'm going to just leave it at that, said that he finally doing right by everyone. Why would he go ahead and second that motion? Bueller. Why? There's going to be some wishy-washy people around here, child. Some wishy-washy people around here, child. You can't give nobody no credit for nothing until you see what the end result is. And we're not going to forget what you was doing in the beginning. You had no problem with following over a cliff. Shout out to Scandal. Over a cliff for Big Tiff. All right. Second in the motion. Thank you, Lansing Journal, for the information. The board votes on that motion to table the motion. And that's probably how, even though I would assume Kiki White has already been paid, she already got something in order to come here. And Jay Holiday, I think it is. So she got to make sure that she can pay them. She allegedly may get about $40,000 to show up. Child, which song she going to sing that anybody wants to see? Anybody that anybody wants to hear? Anybody, Bueller? What is Kiki White going to sing that anybody wants to hear? She got the one song with Yvonne. He ain't coming. So who going to sing it with her? Maybe Big Tiff will. Oh my God! Oh shit! We need more Big Tiff singing. Shout out to Tiffany Henyard, child. You listening, girl? Please start recording yourself singing some more because I love it. All right, I love it. Anyway, the board votes on that motion to table the motion. The result is a tie, so the motion to table fails, but neither the clerk nor the attorney followed up on the original motion to approve the ordinance. So the status of that motion is unclear. So the Big Tiff being able to spend money, that's unclear right now. Child, you can't make it up. That kind of detail doesn't come through when live streaming proceedings like this. Yes, that's why sometimes we got to go back. So shout out to them for that. Lansing Journal reporter Melanie Jongma didn't notice it at the time either. Only in pouring over the footage to add the notations did she realize what had happened. We appreciate the YouTubers and broadcast media who are able to share the news quickly and widely, and we hope our viewers also appreciate the many hours we spend trying to put our footage in a format that will be useful documenting of confusing events. If the work we do is helpful to you, we appreciate your acknowledgement and support. If you know how to use the super chat, super stickers, and super thanks features in YouTube, please do. If you are more comfortable with old-fashioned online giving, visit the secure support page on our website to make a gift via credit card. And they said thank you. So shout out to them. And if you would like to donate to them, please do. They do put in a lot of work. So let me see. Let's go ahead and start with the, we don't need the Pledge of Allegiance. So her talking about carry your ass downstairs to Big Bingo, because that's where people should go.
Media, I see that you are here, but it saddens my heart that you are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs. Where we have Big Bingo, a ton of seniors in the building. I think you guys should take your cameras downstairs and actually talk to real voters that really tell you the facts of how they see it from. So I'm advising you to make a U-turn and go downstairs because you come for clickbait and not really what really helps the residents. So I just pray.
Does she know what clickbait means? Does she know what clickbait means, ma'am? It's not clickbait. You give a show every single time. Every single time. So that's not clickbait. It's accurate. But how does she think that she gonna have the audacity and the damn nerve to think that she gonna tell the media? I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
Next on the agenda, we got general assistance bills. Is there a motion to pay general assistance bills?
The motion to committed motion is to pay the general assistance bills, excluding K design to design for $20. So my motion that we pay everything, excluding that is committed.
All right, is there a second?
I'm sorry, excluding or including?
And what was the name of it?
K Design for $2,200.
Second. All right.
Child, see, they can't even hear them, and they in the same damn room.
Discussion? All right, have plenty of discussion this evening, so y'all get a ton of clickbait this evening.
So she gonna start ranting, and she gonna start talking about this is the clickbait. No, that's you, ma'am. No, that's you who cannot control yourself. That's not clickbait. That's who you are. That's what you do. And then you're disrespectful on top of it. I don't know why you think you run anything. I'm confused. I'm just confused. Sorry about that. I'm just confused. I'm just saying. Shout out to Paul. He said when Tiffany said the TV camera should see the real voters at Big Bingo, the lady next to me said, what does that make us? Chopped liver? Yes, it does. Sorry. Sorry to you, the lady, or whoever said it, and everybody else. Y'all don't matter because y'all are the ruckus, even though she's the one that's causing the ruckus every single time, but then gonna say that it's clickbait. Ma'am, it's actual reality. It's not clickbait. If you could calm yourself and act like a normal adult, no one would be here. Run government probably a little bit better than what you're doing, then no one would be here. I promise you. Shout out to Casey Cat. Thank you so much, hon. I apologize. I appreciate your support. She said, I was born and raised in Dalton and later South Holland. They were wonderful villages and I had an idyllic childhood there. I graduated from Thornridge High School, same as Tiff, but did it in 3 years. We had an amazing pool too. Shout out to you and the positive part of Dalton and Thornton Township. I'm sure, it was wonderful back in the day. And, she always wants to reference what Riley did and what Zuccarelli did. But the thing is that if they were doing stuff wrong, and I'm not saying that they were doing anything right or anything wrong, at least they were able to do it with some sort of decorum so it didn't bring all this energy to them. This is the thing. With someone like Big Tiff, they're living in their own reality show and they thought they wanted a reality show. And what you've done is you have kicked your own self in the ass by wanting everyone to see you. And now everyone sees you and calls you out for things that we see. And now you mad about that, child, because we certainly be reporting on everything that you do, child. I'm waiting on the Big Bingo video, child. I am waiting on the Big Bingo video. With the same people that came up here and said, Tiffany at the best, she paying my rent. Honestly, this is just my 2 cents. People should have been concerned with that anyway. Somebody around here paying for your damn rent? Come on, y'all. That don't even sound right. I understand people can get some rental assistance, but that's like a program of some sort, somewhere, somehow. And you go to social services if you need some help ever so often. Everything runs through Tiffany. This is crazy. Everything runs through Tiffany. Anyway, come on, child. She got something to say, but now it's clickbait.
Basically, I don't understand why you guys are excluding things from the warrant list. I think you should pay everybody. Is it the reason why you guys are not paying whatever that figure is? Anyone?
What was it for?
It was for shirts.
So she want to know why y'all not willing to pay for shirts.
Departments. That's what it's for.
You have an invoice?
They do.
Who's there?
Finance department.
When can we see that?
You can see it whenever you want.
So Chris is saying, where's the invoice? She said the finance department had. If you don't hear this, because it's still not the best audio at the end of the day. It's still not the best audio at the end of the day. So she said, why are you not paying for t-shirts that cost $200? He said, where the invoice? I think she said like the finance department has it. And he's like, well, we need to see it. So this is where the problem lies, Big Tiff. This is not clickbait. This is you thinking that you're going to run roughshod and you're going to be thinking you're going to scare everybody and you're going to tell everybody. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'm going to tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'm going to tell you. You over here causing a ruckus about t-shirts. 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 What the hell, y'all?
So let me just be crystal clear
right now.
I'll say whatever you want. The clerk has everything. So if you wanted to really go over this, we could have did all this before we got here, and you guys created the technical scheme. Y'all had these bills prior to a whole month ago. Y'all had every bill possible. So if y'all had questions, concerns, issues, y'all could reach out to the clerk. Y'all could all reach out to the clerk, could reach out to myself, could reach out to Keith Price. I can reach out to people. But yeah, we get up here and do this song and dance for whatever reason. I don't think that's fair to anybody that have done work, but you guys come here and just not pay. I'm tired of it. You guys should actually do the work and pay people for the work they have to do. So if you're going to take them, you can amend it. So if you want to amend the motion. No, anybody want to amend the motion?
So is she telling them to amend the motion because she wants this $200 t-shirt bill? That's what I believe I'm hearing right now. But this is clickbait while you talk to people rudely and nastily to try to force them to do what you want them to do for some t-shirts that probably got her name on it and that says, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it.
And this is how I try to tell y'all new to this. At the end of the day, y'all do know that supervisor runs. Yeah. So you put it on here, create clickbait. So y'all do y'all research in the crowd news, do y'all research. So we play the game, put this on here, and not pay people. The GA department will always take care of it. Y'all do know, for those that don't understand what GA is, general assistance, they help people with the light, their gas, their water, their mortgage, their rent.
The light, the gas, the mortgage, the rent, a dog, a cat, child. So in other words, you're taking care of the whole damn town, Leroy Brown.
Very assistance. We even help teachers pay their bills. So we got all these things, but yet people get up here and play this game because let's get the shoes. Y'all want to pay? We don't want to pay. I just don't think that's fair. And if you ask questions and get the answers, then you should pay the vendors. What's due to it? So this motion is second.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda is the motion to pay general business.
Okay, so the K signs and designs was probably the shirts that she was talking about, child. They probably were supposed to go in the bags with the kids' book bags. That's not going to last past November.
Well, we have a motion on the agenda to pay the bills that are listed. And once we receive the invoices, we'll get on before we know. So we're paying everything that's
So Carmen said we want to pay who we receive the invoices for.
listed on this agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion is second. So here we go again. Any discussion?
Here she go again. She got to have a discussion. So Big Tiff, just say that you approve it. But no, I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. And then she going to say this is clickbait, even though she got her little... Y'all know, you know what I'm doing, right? She got herself all like she getting ready to fight, child.
Y'all put stuff on the agenda again, and y'all had over a month to talk about every single thing up here. Robert Hunt just stated that he gave everything to the clerk, so you guys are not doing your job, which is checks and balances, to make sure that everything that you want is there. So how are we only paying certain things when we got important bills that need to get paid no matter what? And y'all know that this is not how you run operation, this is not how you run the business. So can any of you tell me why we be paying certain people and not others? So I'll wait, board members. Y'all call a special meeting, y'all gotta do some kind of talk.
Yeah, we're talking about. The thing is, you all reached out to us for a special meeting to pay certain bills. We still hadn't received the invoice we asked for prior to the last meeting. And it was important that we paid insurances and different things like that. We didn't want any kind of insurance to lapse. And we know that the food pantry, needed to be paid, everything is general assistance. So again, we wanted to make sure we were able to get insurances and different things like that paid. We have an upcoming meeting on Tuesday. So we're just asking that we can be provided with invoices so we can, again, just make more informed decisions when we're going on bills. So that's the reason we're agreeing to pay certain things, but we would like to see invoices for the other items.
So that's all false that you're saying. You're saying telling lies once again. You got time to every opportunity.
You telling lies once again. You got one time to think you're going to call me a liar. And then in front of all these daggone people. This is why I don't need to be in government, because you got one time, child. And I'm going to say, let's take it to the back, because what we not going to do is sit up here and just say that somebody is lying and you ain't got no proof just because you feel like saying it while you up here huffing and puffing. Child, please.
Last meeting, if you was really concerned about paying insurance, trustee Carmen, you would have paid it at the last meeting. You guys sat here, trustee Carmen, trustee Chris. You both sat here and didn't pay nobody, not a single soul at the last board meeting at Central. And if you truly wanted to have an actual meeting, because it's how you must clickbait, how you have a special meeting on a day when we have a big event downstairs? That's number one. Number two, if y'all really want to pay the bills.
You think anybody was thinking, oh, let's have this meeting on Thursday because that's when big bingo is? Like, what? This woman just say any old damn thing, whatever comes to her brain. She just says it, whether it makes sense or not. Child, please.
Our board meeting next week, Tuesday.
Oh, you know what it is? Big Tiff is mad because she can't be at Big Bingo. There might not be a video because she can't be featured because she has to be up here at this meeting. She's here to make sure that she can come up here and cause dissension, or else they would have been able to have it if they had their quorum and she wouldn't have been able to be up here running off at the damn mouth. So this wouldn't have been a big deal if you hadn't. Well, it would have been a big deal because she would not have shown up. And then they would have said that you chose to go to bingo over come to this meeting, which is fine. But she also didn't want them to go and make money decisions without her. Big Tiff, you ain't fooling nobody.
So what was so urgent to have this meeting today that we couldn't take care of business on Tuesday? So all these lies y'all tell me to stop. Because if y'all cared about that, they would have got paid each and every single time when we had our orders. But y'all didn't even pay nobody. From GA department to general fund department, you two, myself and trustee Darlene Gray Evans are the only two that agreed to pay everybody. So now, how are you guys saying that you ain't getting it, you're not getting it? Y'all call, well, y'all don't take that back, y'all don't call. From my understanding, everything was to the clerk. So y'all reach out, have a sit down, go over any of it. I even reached out to Jerry and I asked him, Jerry, what we doing? Why we having a special meeting? What are we paying? Why are we paying everybody? Y'all need to pay the staff. And you still don't got the staff in this business. Why staff? They did the work. Just like y'all get paid, right? I don't see y'all come to none, y'all don't do nothing. Y'all still get y'all check like clockwork, right? So
y'all don't do nothing. Y'all still get y'all check, right? So you're telling me that there are people I don't know, okay? Because when I worked for government, okay, I wasn't elected. I just applied, got the job, got my check every twice a month or whatever it was. And that was it. Nobody had to vote on it. Who the hell are they vote? Who's the staff? Anybody from the area knows who's the staff that they're voting on in order to get paid? Or is she talking about the videographers and all the other ographers? Who's sitting around continuing to come to work and not get paid? The police? Who? The oppressor, I mean? I'm confused.
Why aren't you paying the staff? I don't see the staff on it. I think that's a very important deal today. So do y'all want to amend that and add staff bills? I don't see them in none of these bills. And then we don't never do agenda like this. I know that. But I just show you guys what picking and choosing who you want to pay. So do y'all want to amend the list?
I motion pay the bills on the list with being amended for the staff.
All right.
So Jerry Jones, again, is the one who says, shout out to the Lansing Journal, that he's ready to motion to approve the list that they already put together where they didn't put the payroll on, but now he's going to put the payroll on. So now she's going to say second, and then they're going to vote. Child, Jerry Jones. If y'all was standing together, then why is he going against the grain? He's scared. Why are people scared of her? I mean, I understand she got the oppressor behind her, but at this point, with all this focus on them, they actually should be feeling pretty okay. Because anything that happens is going to get reported on, and they don't want that.
I'd like to second that, just contingent upon Robert providing us with payroll. I did access payroll last meeting, and I did not receive that information. So
they need to see she wants to see the payroll before they approve it. Oh Lord, that's how, and I know he's over in Dalton, but maybe that's how Lacey ended up getting overtime when he's only when he's a salaried employee. So in other words, now y'all, let's remember this. Now, after all these years, they want to see things before they approve them. That's why Big Tiff be mad, because before y'all didn't need to see nothing and you trusted me and y'all just went ahead and approved it, meaning specifically Carlisle and Jones. Now they want to see something, and that's why she all huffy puffy like a dog. Woo! Lord help your people. Don't forget this stuff, people, when it's time to decide who you want back here as a part of being the trustees and the supervisors and all that type stuff.
I'd be willing to make a statement to that if we can see the payroll.
Once again, trustee, you have every opportunity to speak with everybody. You have made several meetings, right? Booked and then show up to one. I think over 15 or 20 meetings it was, and then show up to one. So all this fluff you selling to the public is crap. So please stop. You saying this up here? It's right there. When you're done, you actually go sit and talk to me. You really want the information that you're claiming that you want. So can you, Chris? So can you do? So hold on. But I need you guys to stop doing clickbait. I need you guys to actually do what you elected to do. I really do need you guys to do that. I just had to come here and have to be at a show because of, guess what? For those who don't know, it's election season. So this is why the show is going on. And at the end of the day, everything was just fine. Karma was once on this other side, which is administration. And now all of a sudden, it's a problem with certain things, which is not right. So I just want to clear that up for the record. Go ahead.
Number one, Robert can verify. I did request payroll. If you send me that email, Rob, I mean, can you confirm whether or not you sent me payroll because I didn't receive it when I asked for it last month. I didn't receive it from the finance department. I know that you're not able to always send things without approval from administration. So I know sometimes you've been advised just because I emailed you about something else and you sent it to Keith Price and the question to my answer and he was supposed to therefore email it to me and I never got the response to that question. So again, we can't get information directly from the finance department because he's been directed not to provide us with information directly. And I have an email.
So let me make that clear. At the last meeting, I told you guys that Keith Price is a contact. So if you guys have questions, concerns, or want to sit down with anybody, that is your go-to person. What's any different when it was Keith Free? It's no different. So if you guys have questions, please talk to Keith Price. And Keith Price will ask.
Did they need to vote on the hiring of Keith Price to take the place of Keith Freeman? Because it sounds like she just pushed him on up in there. Did they vote on KP, as she want to call him, even though he's Heavy D's bigger, younger brother? Did they make that vote? Or does he just get to get in there because she said so? No rules. A special place called Thornton Township in Dalton, child.
Any question that you have, finance director, so he can't answer finance. We have a finance director for that. If I have finance questions, that should come from finance director. Trust me, not Keith Price.
Okay. You should forward your questions to Keith Price. So if you got a question for them, then you can get that. Hold on. I'm telling you how it go like this anyway. So if you got a question again, for the record, since everybody out like it ain't crystal clear, reach out to Keith Price to get your answers. If you have a question, reach out to Keith Price. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Don't come to a meeting acting like no one's giving you anything. When again, you have made 12 to 15 meetings, right? And then short to not one with staff. Now let's be crystal on that. With Robert Hunt, you made meetings with Keith Price, you made meetings with, and every department in here, and you didn't short to not one. So stop telling lies, please. Call it.
Call the roll. Let me give you a dressing down. Call the roll. I'm in charge here. You not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. This is how it works, because I know government and you don't. It's clickbait. It's clickbait. What I'm doing is not clickbait. What you're doing is clickbait. Even though I'm talking to you like I need to be talking to kids, even though you probably need to back it down a little bit with the kids, because that ain't gonna get them to listen to your ass. But I can talk to a grown ass adult any way I want to, and if you don't like it, that's your daggone fault, because I'm Big Tiff. I do it I want. I'ma do it I want. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
First, it was motion by Jones and by Carlisle. Second by Keith. Okay. So this is a motion to.
Look, the clerk, Loretta Wells, okay, she's the clerk. She has to say, I'm sorry, what the hell are y'all doing? She tired of it. She's zoning out too. She's like, I'm tired of this. Let me see. What do y'all want to do now? Let's get it straight, okay?
Add the staff to the bills that's on the agenda list. Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, cool. Just so we crystal clear, when are y'all paying us?
That's in the next motion.
So you'll pay the next, what's the bills in the next motion?
Depending if we get the invoices, so we can be able to just verify the information.
Did you mark what invoices you're looking for?
I have that.
Can you give that to me?
I don't have that.
Child, you can hear them in the hallway on this video too, child. Loud. Let's see. Let me go down to Trustee Darlene Gray Everett arrives, child. 20 minutes into this meeting.
Operation must keep going. And it's like y'all want to just tear down the government here at Thornton Township. And that's not right. Because you have been here waiting for me. So you should want it to run because there's a lot more going on since I came. It's been really busy. The numbers are all up. I've been telling y'all this, saying this, but y'all ain't nowhere to be found. I'm everywhere. Y'all never done that. And that's it. Myself, Trustee Darlene, she's the only one. She's the only one that every single.
Why are you not admonishing Trustee Darlene for being late? Only admonish the people that go against you. Got it. Let's see. Let me see. This is when she leaves.
I don't like to feel like, we're not telling the truth. And the reason I don't support you is because you were not honest about that foundation. I was in the room when.
Oh my God. Was she there for 10 whole minutes? She said, F this. She probably went down to bingo. Where she went to bingo? Oh my God. I can't do this. Yo, this is crazy. All right, let's go to when Trustee Carmen Carlisle explains why she stopped trusting the process.
I have requested this information. So a lot of times we get a lot of bills and there's no organization, there's no structure. And I've asked if there could be a way to separate everything out one by department so we can see exactly where the expenditure came from. And then I asked for it to be separated out by credit card and then what needs to be paid. And it just makes it easier for us to be able to identify what department spent it. And I even asked for every department head to submit a monthly reoccurring list of their bills so we can easily identify the departmental needs. But again, we're trying to do things to make this an easier process, a more understood process where we won't have more questions. And then two, we even asked for there to be some kind of communication saying, hey, this expenditure is coming up, we're going to be doing this, and just communicate with the board so when we get here, we don't have 1,000 questions because we have actually communicated through email or whatever, text, some kind of conversation where you can go back and kind of just see what was said. But again, we've asked for this information be sent in an organized way, and we don't get it that way, and it's very hard to understand all the bills. And so sometimes we get invoices, but those invoices lead to more questions, and sometimes we don't get questions, answers to those questions. And so it's not about clickbait, it's about just making sure the right thing is being done. And we have information to make informed decisions. That's all it's about. There's a lot going on in the atmosphere, and we have a duty to make sure that things are held accountable. It's our job to make sure things are accountable and transparent.
And at the end of the day, you was on this board when they were talking about this, right? So you should have been putting this same energy in play when you weren't saying a word a year ago, some months ago. And when
okay, so Big Tiff is basically gonna call her out for what the hell it is that I already said. Shout out to you, Kat Renee. I gotta look at that before I bring that stuff up. But I think I've seen it in the politics page. But Big Tiff is out here saying the same thing, basically. Oh, you was going along with all of it before. What's the problem now? Now suddenly you think you cute because of clickbait, which ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So now that somebody, I guess, got a conscience and they want to make sure they do right, because technically it's because they don't want to go to jail, allegedly, in my opinion. Allegedly, in my opinion. Now she's saying you've been doing fine all this time. I don't understand why you care now. Child, don't think that we don't know what you was already doing. Don't try to act like you so cute. Don't try to act like that you better than me because you ain't no better than me because you was already doing this stuff. And now you want to act like you somebody special. You ain't nobody special, girl. I don't know who you think you are because I ain't forgetting. Ain't nobody else around here gonna forget either because I'm gonna make sure that everybody know because I'm gonna let them know that you was doing the same daggone thing because I'm not going down by my damn self. I'm gonna take everybody with me.
I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me. Order in the court.
That's basically what I'm hearing, allegedly.
it goes to the administration's needs, they need everything that they put on their list, their warrant list, their bills list. You should make sure you pay it because it's a need for their department. Everything that they ask for is for their department, for the residents. So if it's something that you think is wrong or something that you see that you don't like, you should point that out and give it to staff, which is Keith Price. You let him know what that is, and then we will give you the answer to whoever sent it, whatever it is. But just to come here and say, I'm not paying nothing, I'm paying no bill. Well, you know what? I'm gonna pay these 20 people, and that's all I'm gonna pay. That's not right. When there's other bills that's really, really important, which Robert has a list of, and you guys didn't even add it on the list. Come on, man, that's not right. And that's why I'm asking you guys. Are you going to motion to pay all the bills?
You know, but I will say something. You keep saying this thing about me being a part of administration, and I didn't say anything. You know, for a long time, I felt on this board. Yes, I'm new to being a trustee. I'm very new to this process. I'm learning. I'm not afraid to say that. But what I will say is that the reason I didn't ask questions or I didn't, you know, put into question things that was in me, because I trusted the administration. I trusted the process. And the moment I
she said the reason I was going along with the get along is because I was trusting you. Now, she said the process and how it was going, but she said, I just let it go. That is another reason why that she should not be reelected. You don't want people in there that's just going to go along with the get along. And like someone said a little while ago, the only reason that some of these people are changing their minds is because of the FBI the attention and whoever else is looking into this, Lori Lightfoot and whoever else, which might not be here in Thornton Township, but that's the only reason. Don't be giving these people no credit for doing what they should have already been doing. These people ain't no better than Tiffany that we just watched over there on wherever that was, where she was taking money. The lady over there in San Francisco where she was taking money, they ain't no different. If you got all this smoke for Tiff, you should have the same smoke for the rest of them. For the rest of them. You are welcome to, everybody gonna do what they gonna do, but don't ignore what's in front of your face and put these same people back up in here. Why were they not doing this beforehand? Why were they? Carmen just said she didn't understand. She didn't understand the job that she was doing. She just said that. I didn't understand the way that this worked in the beginning. So 3 years later, because the FBI is here now, she understands. Now y'all are saying that was her friend. Y'all saying that Carmen was Tiffany's best friend or something. I don't know. But it's a shame that it takes for the daggone FBI or whoever the officials are in order for people to go and do what they damn should have been doing beforehand. And that just because they're now allegedly trying to cooperate, that all is forgiven. So all is just forgiven. We just going to forget about this. She just now said all that. Not all that, but she just now said she didn't understand what was going on. And now that she understands, now she want to do the right thing. Child, please. Shout out to Ace Gates. I appreciate you, honey. He said Mayor Messi would be worse than Tiff. She spent millions on Starbucks, Dollar General, and cruises to the Caribbean every other week. That's another reason why I can't do it, because I ain't going to be here, y'all. I'm going to be out. Child, I'm going to be on Wi-Fi trying to hold a meeting. Everything will be like, you wouldn't be able to understand anything. You crazy. Shout out to Ace Gate. Shout out to everybody who is here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
That you don't like, you'll point that out and get a 2-step, which is Keith Price. You let him know what that is, and then we will give you the answer to whoever whatever it is. But just to come here and say, I'm not paying nothing. I'm not paying no bill. But you know what? I'm gonna pay these 20 people, and that's all I'm gonna pay. That's not right. When there's other bills that's really, really important, which Robert has a list of, and you guys didn't even add it on the list. Come on, man, that's not right. And that's why I'm asking you guys. Are you going to motion to pay all the bills?
But I will say something. You keep saying this thing about me being a part of the administration, and I didn't say anything. For a long time, I sat on this board. Yes, I'm new to being a trustee. I'm very new to this process. I'm learning. I'm not afraid to say that. But what I will say is that the reason I didn't ask questions, or I didn't, put into question things that was saying, because I trusted the administration. I trusted the process. And the moment I didn't trust the process, I started asking questions. So that's why I sat here and I didn't say anything, because I trusted you. And that's all it is. So now there are things I don't trust the process, so I have to ask questions. Before it worked in that season where I didn't ask anything, that worked. But moving forward, it's not working, so I have to ask questions and I have to make sure I understand what I'm saying yes to, and that's my job. Maybe I didn't do a great job before, but now moving forward, I am going to do a better job asking questions and make sure I know what's going on in Thornton Township, because it's my duty and my job to do that. That's why I didn't say anything, and that's why moving forward, I'm leaving.
Clap it on up, child. Shout out to Carmen for letting everybody know that she doing the right thing. Don't forget that she wasn't doing the right thing when y'all been suffering all this time.
That's another ball face that's hot, because you was part of the process. You don't want to put invoices in, and you did the process. So it's the same process that you was doing. So get up here and say.
So Big Tiff is basically saying, yep, that's true. You were doing it. So don't try to act like you wasn't part of what was going on. That's what she's saying right now. And I do have it on 1.25, y'all. So even though Big Tiff is huffing and puffing and she is talking loud, she's being aggressive, of course, passive aggressive, all that stuff. And then if someone comes and says something about it, you can't talk about black women. That's what she's displaying here. And I'm a black woman, so save it, sis. Shout out to Kat Renee. I appreciate you, hun. She said, enjoy your vacation and well. Shout out to you, hun. Child, I'm a little bit sorry that I won't be here for the election and its results, but I'm so happy at the same time that I will not be here for the election and for the results. But I'll be tuned in. Shout out to everybody who is still here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Ooh, look at that face. Let me see if I can get that and then touch it up for later. Pause. That's a good pause, child. Maybe I can get that to look better.
I didn't trust the process when you was the process. Stop. That's what I'm saying about your lies, Carmen. Stop. And then as it relates to
you're not going to keep sitting up to see. Here we go again, calling me a liar. That's like the third time she done called this woman a liar.
questions, you ask questions, and you put things before the board, and the board voted for, right? The same thing you're doing now, but the difference is you're holding up progress because you don't want to pay something because everybody needs. And the difference, just for the record, President, is because Keith Freeman out here is why you're doing what you're doing. Because before, it was everything over, and then say, oh, Keith said, okay, let me put that down. So now you're asking questions because I know. Ain't nothing wrong, and there's nothing wrong. You got every single thing that's down here. Everything that's down here is related to the people. Every single thing. So instead of going back and forth, as I told you, we can also have a conversation. My line is out for any board member that's sitting here, but I do want to pay the bills that is needed for us officers.
Okay, and I would like to say something. And
so you want to go back and forth? We don't go back and forth about people all day. That's what it is.
Oh, because, you know, how dare you want to say something after I've said something? I said what had to be said, and you're supposed to shut up because I'm supposed to get the last word. Sounds very familiar. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you.
It's not about what it is, but you say things. And, you know, one thing I've always been is kind to you. And I'm going to always continue to be kind to you because that's who God is, right? But I will say this. Yes, I did work for administration. I was her assistant for over 2.5 years. And I sit here and I believe the process. Let me tell you exactly why I don't trust the process that you're talking about. I did ask questions. I worked as your assistant. I saw a lot, heard a lot. But the thing and the question is, you walk around as if you don't do anything, you don't make any decisions. And the first time I ever really questioned supporting this is when you went on the national platform and you said you didn't know anything about a foundation. But you forget that I was in certain rooms when certain things happen. And, you know, again, I always try to be tactful because, again, I don't like going back and forth. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like all this. But I don't like to feel like I'm being lied on. I don't like to feel like, you know, we're not telling the truth. And the reason I don't support you is because you were not honest about that foundation. I was in the room when it started. And then you came to my house after that unannounced and tried to get me to say somebody else started that foundation that did it. And so
Ooh, we didn't hear that the other day, child. Ooh, we didn't hear that the other day, child. Carmen said you went on the rolling and lied about that daggone foundation, but I was there when you was talking about that foundation. Then you tried to come and intimidate my ass to cover your bullshit, and I believe it all. And I believe it all.
You don't do anything, you don't make any decisions. And the first time I ever really questioned supporting this is when you went on the national platform and you said you didn't know anything about a foundation. But you forget that I was in certain rooms when certain things happened. And, you know, again, I always try to be tactful because, again, I don't like going back and forth. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like all this. But I don't like to feel like I'm being lied on. I don't like to feel like, you know, we're not telling the truth. And the reason I don't support you is because you were not honest about that foundation. I was in the room when it started. And then you came to my house after that unannounced and tried to get me to say somebody else started that foundation that did it. And so, and I'm saying this for my record. Okay. Yeah, so you're trying to say anything about me not supporting you for somebody else. I don't support you because of you. I don't support you because, again, you act like you don't make decisions. You make every decision, you know, and maybe you didn't execute it, but I was there. I was your assistant for 2 years. So you sit up here week after week, you sit up here month after month and pretended like, and I've been kind to you. I've been patient, and I'm going to continue to be that way, you know. But, you know, for you to get up here and say I'm not supporting you any other reason because of you, it's wrong, because I don't support you because of you, not for Keith Freeman, not for anybody else. I don't support you because you're not honest. Okay, and you're not honest.
Shout out to Carmen for that. She said, let me go ahead and get this on the record on the clickbait, quote unquote, news media that's here, who she trying to send on downstairs. See, Big Tiff, you can't be around here thinking you can do and say whatever you want in front of every daggone body, thinking you can treat people any old way that you want to, because you had all these long arms that you don't have anymore. And now it's crumbling. Now it is definitely crumbling and you don't have all that support, which is why you up here huffing and puffing, looking half damn crazy. Shout out to Paula. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your support. She said Lacey is committing fraud and Tiffany just made him the actual police chief without being sworn in or approved by the trustees. It's a special place, Paula. It's just a special place where they can just do whatever they want. Everybody can say and go and do whatever they want, and no one follows Robert's rules of law. Child, they barely follow the regular law. Oh, they barely follow the regular law, child. But Carmen absolutely just made a great statement here. That doesn't absolve her, but that was a great statement. And Tiff don't like that at all. Oh, you trying to tell me that's her way of letting you know you can go ahead and try to keep intimidating me all you want to, because I'll run off at the mouth about what I know as well. Whoops. I don't like that support.
Say these things, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna at the end of the day, I'm not gonna take the day because I can say so much stuff and just tarnish you right now. But I'm not gonna treat you that way. At the end of the day, the truth will be the truth, and the truth will come out. So you get yourself, people said this, did this, you know what it is. You know exactly who did what.
Yeah, you can't say anything, Tiff, because anything that you say is going to incriminate yourself, especially if she starts saying, I never came over to your house and did nothing. And then they go and pull that tape later on. That maybe her lawyer advised her, just ignore certain things, ma'am. Just ignore certain things because it could hurt you out later on, ma'am.
And I hate that people hold your lips like this and you get up here and you act like a whole different person. It saddens my heart to just see you act the way you're acting right now. But right now, you on business. If you want to have a little chat fight, hold on, you out of order. If you want to have a little chat fight, back up. Right now, that's how it is. It's the agenda. The agenda is right now, going back to the agenda.
Oh, now we want to go back to the agenda. Now we want to go back to the agenda. Oh, now you want to follow the Robert Rules of Order.
There a motion to approve additional items on the warrant list.
No, the motion on the floor is there's the motion to approve the list of bills under.
Oh, he speaks, child. Oh, and he's from Delgado too.
The vote was to add the payroll to the motion.
They voted on it.
No, I know.
Where were you?
The vote was to add the payroll to the motion.
We
motion second and voted on it.
Yes.
Correct, to add the
He
payroll.
said to add, now you vote
You
to.
just need to vote to approve the bills and the payroll.
Okay.
The vote was to add payroll.
Okay, so say payroll, I just said to add staff bills. Okay, so add payroll. I need a motion to add the payroll, to approve payroll along with the bills listed on the special agenda.
Correct.
So he woke up to say y'all did it wrong and now y'all got to get it together. Child.
May I have a motion?
It's already voted up, it's just a vote.
All right. Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Yes. The next item.
Motion passed. Also, for the record, Trustee Greg Everett left at 6:36 p.m.
All right, is there a motion to approve additional items on the warrant list? So you did that motion? So are y'all getting other bills or we're not getting other bills?
It's just that one bill, no, I'm not. Continue to find.
So right after that. Are y'all paying other bills? Because remember, y'all made this decision, I didn't make this decision, so are we paying other bills that's needed to be paid?
The attorney suggested that we put this on here just in case anybody presented any invoices, but no one presented any.
Oh, so that was just what I got saying, and I agree.
Invoices were given to the clerk.
You want to make that statement in the mic?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know, but I've been saying it up here, and nobody wants to take responsibility for them not doing their job or looking at it, whatever. Every invoice was given, anybody any questions, y'all could basically.
Yo, why is one of the highlights is one of the marks that they made on here was Attorney Eric Statch speaks. Shout out to the Lansing Journal, child. Let me see. Tiffany tries to skip agenda item 3. Oh, let's go to Trustee Chris Gonzalez. Questions Keith Price's role in the administration.
I have a question as pertains to that. What is Mr. Price's title? And was he working for that title?
Yes. What?
What's the
You
title?
already know it's like.
No, I don't.
You know it's Tell everybody. So anyway, what else?
So in other words, she don't have to answer any questions when someone has a question, but when she has a questions, everyone has to answer her questions. No, this is not an image thing at all. Black women don't act like this. Oh my God.
And you're saying you look for that?
Just told you you got
So you were a little while ago, we were just talking about employee information. I mean, that's kind of sensitive stuff. I mean, if he's not been board approved to be over general fund,
he should have access to that
What are you
information.
talking about over general fund? He ain't got no.
Every time we're talking about general fund right now, we keep referring to.
He's doing, let me be crystal clear, I just told Carmen that.
Please do.
He's doing the exact same thing Keith Freeman did. Y'all went to Keith Freeman for everything, but it's nothing in the city. So that's my answer. It's a motion. It's a motion in a second.
Trustee Jones. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion to direct the finance director and finance department to provide backup invoices for items on the warrant list for both general fund and general assistance that have not been approved, items on the upcoming August 20th, 2024 warrant list, and to provide said information no later than August the 19th at 2 p.m. Anyway, let me see. Where are we going to go to now? Motion to approve an ordinance establishing travel guidelines. All right.
Motion to approve an ordinance establishing travel guidelines. You just have to start it over, y'all stop, so what's the motion? Is that a motion? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Any discussion?
I'd like the motion to be, the ordinance to be read.
Oh, you want to read? Go ahead, you can read it. I'm not reading the
I'd
ordinance.
like the attorney to read the motion.
No, you can read, no, you're not gonna read into record. You can read whatever y'all want. It's a record.
Well, disregard that.
Okay, let's see. Travel. Okay, here we go. Travel. So any discussion? Any other discussion? All right, so I have plenty of discussion. So you guys put this in play.
She's like, I got plenty of discussions. Child, we know. Girl, we know. You don't want no limits put on your travel. You know, black women love to travel, especially on somebody else's dime.
Did you guys ask anybody about process? No? So how
She loves swinging that mop around, don't she?
put something in place, y'all, and that's about process, procedures, how it work, how it, or what it is. How y'all not talking to y'all call for a special meeting? You guys explain to the public what it is. Now, put travel in place. What are we doing?
They can explain to us, we're not here.
Trust me? No. Tell the public what's in it. All of it. What you got? Nobody got nothing. We're just making laws, rules, and nobody's explaining to the public what we're doing.
Well, again,
Isn't that like that scene in New Jack City? Don't nobody know nothing. You know, when Nino Brown comes in with the dog, you know, when Big Tiff dressed up like she was Nino Brown, and now she's truly showing, truly showing her Nino Brownish style.
You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Leave me. You go, man. Get the fuck out.
Don't nobody know nothing?
I'll explain. There is really no policy or procedure. I think travel has been one of the biggest problems that people have complained about, meaning the constituents. And so, again, our job as board members is to legislate and create rules and policies and put structure and organization in place where there's none. And there were no travel guidelines, no travel policies, so we created one. Trustee Jones just asked for it to be read into record, but you didn't want the attorney to read into record.
No, because you can read. Y'all can read, right? You read. You want to read? So you guys put this in place, something that I've been asking for. So why didn't you guys get input from everybody on the board? As it relates to travel, because believe it or not, y'all know I'm for travel. I'm really in for it. Because when everybody puts stuff, but you keep saying people know, nobody knows. I'm for a travel policy. This is what the world don't know. Tiffany is for a travel policy. So I think you guys should actually really sit down with us and go over what you wrote in here. So I think y'all should amend this. Or maybe if you want to amend it at the next meeting on the 20th. But I really think we should amend it. I called Jerry the other day and asked him a question. He said he didn't know certain things. So I think we should sit down and amend this before the 20th. And I'll just put it back on there. So are y'all for that?
What is your recommendation for the amendment?
Well, I'm not going to go right now. This special meeting, I really want to get back downstairs with my auntie. So I really want to just put my
You want to really get back downstairs to the bingo game, child.
stuff on her by. So can we put this on there on the 20th? This for this. Can we make amendments on it on there? For that. Are you guys okay? I don't want to make no change. Nobody want to go to this one. Y'all want to know. Jerry, you need it? You want to keep going the same way? All right. Well, residents, there you go. They have their own input of travel. I'm not in support of what they got in there. They need to make adjustments. But nobody wants to hear people's adjustments or people's concerns. So how?
Trustee Jones.
Go to roll.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Present. Present, I'm on present, 'cause I'm not against the travel, but I'm not, I want to make some adjustments to what's in, they don't want to.
Motion passed.
Next on the agenda, motion to approve an ordinance filling the salary rates. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and second, any discussion? No discussion, we go again. Why do y'all call
I'd
me?
like the attorney to read it.
Again, you're not gonna go through reading all these ordinances in the record. If you guys wanna read it, y'all, you got mics, read it into the record. Go right ahead.
I'll read it.
Go right ahead.
Thornton Township, Cook County.
Yeah, we're not gonna sit here listening to him to read that again. But it is interesting when they ask for the lawyer to do some work, she says no. You know, she got the last say on all that. I can't, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my God, she not happy about that travel thing either. But again, why is that just coming up now? Why is that just coming up now? Not that she will listen, child. Anyway, shout out to Sank Fan in the building. I appreciate you, hon. He said, hey, Miss Sean, Big Tiff is talking tough, but one day we may see earrings and shoes come off. Yeah, if I go down there, child, because ain't no way. Vaseline and weaving, wigs flying, so much mouth shaking my head, for sure. For sure. Child, this is too much. Let me see. Motion to approve ordinance, establish a travel. We did that. Repealing the salary ordinance. I don't care. Equitable rotation of event locations. You know, they want to not have everything be in Dalton. So, you know, they want it to be around whatever. Motion to approve ordinance to regulate event expenditures. Uh-oh, let's go there.
Motion to approve an ordinance to regulate event expenditures and budget approvals. Is that motion? Motion. Is that second?
With Kiki coming up.
Second.
All right, motion second. Any discussion?
I'll just give the brief, section 2 purpose. The purpose of this ordinance is to regulate the budgeting and expenditure process for events organized by Thornton Township, ensuring proper oversight, approval, and adherence to set financial limits.
Okay. So what you got? That's it? Oh, yes, sir.
Just follow the order.
Dance. So what's the limits? How y'all come up with these numbers? I'm just saying, what's the limits? So I'm just trying to tell you, it's a joke. What's the limit, y'all? Because y'all don't run day to day. Like I tell everybody, when you come learn y'all position, y'all understand how to move. What's the limits? So for y'all that don't know in the back, and for the fake news, what y'all don't know, they set the limit to $1,000. Yeah. Tell me what you mean. How you about to say your food? Well, go ahead. Don't tell people what to say. I ask you, what's the limit? Go ahead.
Ordinance is for events in particular. That's what it's for.
The limit's in here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robert. What you got?
I guess.
Ain't nobody trying to listen to him. Shout out to Keefus. He said the problem is that they allowed Henyard to do what she wants for 2 years. It makes them look bad that they are just now speaking up. Vote out the entire board and Henyard. Exactly. Exactly, Keefus. But there's people who don't look at it that way, and they want to go ahead and vote those same people back in, thinking that it's going to be any different or better. Now, maybe they won't be as in your face as Big Tiff is, but these people also allowed all this stuff to happen all this time. And if this stuff didn't go viral, you know, because there's so many people that are upset with YouTubers all the time, and it's like, but if we wasn't talking about it, who the F would know? Like WGN in Chicago station, of course, they were talking about it, but let's not act like it didn't go crazy viral because of YouTubers talking about it. Crazy viral because YouTubers started talking about it. Then everyone starts picking up on it and writing about it and discussing it. And now it's kind of ramping back down because other people are tired of it. Honestly, other people is tired of it. And then, of course, we're talking about it here. Like a lot of the other YouTubers still, you know, even they've ramped it down at the end of the day, especially since, you know, people try to have get upset and have attitudes because you know how you coloreds do. Shout out to everybody who is here, but you know how you coloreds do. If you don't go along with the get along, then that means you're something else and you can't be trusted, which is what we're saying with this election. If you're not for Kamala, then there's something wrong with you. If you're not singing her praises, then there's something wrong with you and you ain't really black or whatever it is that you want to call it. Just go along and go with the get along. She black, you black, just vote for her, okay? And any questioning of what the policy is, then there's something wrong with you for wanting to find out. So go ahead and reelect all them same people into different positions or whatever, instead of just trying to start anew and see what comes of it. Shout out to Your Excellence, sir, for 5 memberships. Thank you so much, hon. Always, always, always support me. I see you. I appreciate you. If you did get a membership, please make sure you thank Your Excellence, sir. I thank you so much. Shout out to Keefus, who said YouTubers have made this story, not the Chicago stations or Roland. Definitely not Roland. Definitely not. And you know, them blogs ain't talking about it. It was definitely YouTube. Whether anyone wants to acknowledge it or not, while they mad just because people do not see the things the way that you see them, be mad. Be mad. We really don't have any influence on who the hell it is that y'all end up voting for, who you intend on putting back into office, while ignoring all the things that have happened thus far and what was allowed to happen. But, you know, we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. Let's see what else, because I was not about to sit up here and listen to them again. I ain't listening to that lady. So let's see what else is here. Again, shout out to the Lansing Journal for this and for all of their marks that they made here. Motion to approve an ordinance to regulate the use of township merchandise for personal promotion by an elected official. I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to hear about lawns. Let's listen to a couple of these people clearly that were speaking Tiffany's praises.
Linda Williams, and I've been a resident of South Holland for almost 30 years. I cannot believe there's so many people out there trying to crucify Tiffany, and she is so wonderful. I am an accountant, but you never know where life gonna find you walking, because you got to be careful how you treat somebody in a storm, because the weather changes daily. Here I am, a prominent person in accounting, end up getting cancer, end up having an aneurysm, so it found me in an unfamiliar place. Divorce, kids grown. She has a lawn care service. I have a big house. They come by, they cut my grass. That's one thing I don't have to worry about. This cancer medicine I'm taking makes me where I can't walk. Well, here I found myself unfamiliar in a walker, and I'm walking where I never thought I would be. I'm listening to these people out here, and it saddens me that everybody want to crucify you. It's like everybody got horns. This lady is so wonderful. I don't see her doing anything wrong. And believe me, if they knew something, they'd bring it out. They only have assumptions. But the lawn care service and the food service is something that I need, and she is wonderful.
So I've already made a video about this, but it's nice to see it and hear it clearly when they pan over to Big Tiff. All of a sudden, she's paying attention to what someone is saying. How does that work? All of a sudden, she's paying attention. She's in tune. She's agreeing. Yes, Cisco, sis. Yes, Cisco, sis. And all the hope of the FBI gonna come in and stop it. And all righty, keep hope alive, child. Keep hope alive. And this woman just said, if there was something out there, then we would see it. Now, we know damn well we done seen plenty of stuff that's happened. That woman chooses not to see it because she says she got a big house and she gets her lawn cut by Big Tiff. And she need the food bank food. Maybe she got the chitlins, child. That chitlin story was a couple years old for those that didn't know. And all these other things that Big Tiff has helped out with. And if there really was something wrong, people would know. They're going to pay attention to what the hell they want to pay attention to. But that's okay because, you know, she won't get reelected, child. Everybody keeps saying she won't get reelected. People going to look at what they want to look at. People going to pay attention to what they want to pay attention to. Because that's what works for them. That woman is getting a benefit from Big Tiff. She's getting a couple of benefits from Big Tiff. And of course, there's the cancer, you know, prayers to that woman. I hope it all comes through and works out in her favor. OK, but she's thinking about herself, not realizing that you're hurting yourself at the same time. But, you know, whatever y'all say.
And that's all I got to say.
So we bring the next person in.
This was her opportunity to let the daggone bingo people speak. She probably didn't allow them to go because, you know, she brings them there, too. She gives them a ride here. So I just need y'all to do me a favor. Come up here and talk about what's what really, she's really letting her own cat out of the bag that she got some supporters, whether you want to believe it or not, and they will vote for her.
Red, I'm here about the lawn care. I have a lot of medical issues, and I don't have anybody else listening to me to do lawn care. The lawn care services, they come out, it's like $35 a week. Whose village is by income. So Social Security check does not pay for $35 a week lawn care, snow removal, and all this stuff that we have here. We get the lunch from $150. When you take that away, sometimes you get extra meals like that to help with the budget. Food is so high, so every little bit helps. So please keep the lawn service for the seniors, disabled. Anything else? Okay, we heard.
Anything else you wanted to say? That was great. This is perfect. I registered.
Due to a battery change and some technical difficulties, we do not have video of the remaining discussion of this motion about the contract. There were additional people.
Don't worry, we didn't want to hear nothing about no lawn anyway.
I don't have the inner circle. I don't know what's going on here. But something needs to give. It needs to stop.
The woman just said, I don't have an inner circle. I don't know what's going on here. How? I can't imagine why she don't know what's going on around here.
All of you, search your souls and find out what you can do to clear this up, because the world knows about all of this garbage. Right. I'm sick of it. Every night on TV. Right. I mean, I'm just tired of it. Please make Thornton Township safe again and have us all be good fellows and love each other, as she said, all the time.
Oppressor, be careful where you're putting them hands, sir.
Any other seniors outside?
Anybody else want to come in? Shout out to Casey Cat with another 5. Thank you, hun. She said everybody's speaking pro-TIF once and is already getting the free. That's all that, listen, I don't know, but from what it looks like, what it seems like, again, outsider looking in, as long as you getting what you need and it's for the free, let's not act like we didn't just see the daggone story down in Atlanta, child. When they had the wigs out there, everybody all of a sudden can run down there and find out that there's some wigs and weave and everything else. We're going to go down there, child. Shout out to the ATL. But when it comes to somebody saying no to you, then it's all this horror and how could you, and it's not right and it's not fair. So you think these people are going to be okay with potentially possibly losing Big Tiff and not having their grass cut and the snow removed? Now, we're not talking about public spaces. That's one thing. They're talking about their own personal lawns. So if the lawn cut fee is $35, let's just go with that for a second. It's $35, right? And Tiff is paying for that because the people just said, the woman just said it's $35 and I don't have it in my Social Security. That means that means Tiffany is paying for it. Allegedly, that's how I'm understanding it. So she's basically taking care of them. Y'all think they want to give that up? Of course they're going to vote for her.
We like free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever. Wait a damn minute. We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Why not give back to community?
Okay. Sharon Coleman. Is she outside?
Big Tiff is all eyes and ears for this, ain't she? Woo! Come on, Tiff. Let's see everybody that got positive things to say about Tiff.
Okay. Deborah Reeves? Deborah Reeves? Michael Smith?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, girl.
Hey, guys doing? I just have a few things. Everybody that sits up there states that they're for the people. But it's hard to tell that you guys are for the people because it seems like everything is a knick-knack, caddy-back for Tiffany. Y'all mad at her, so we're not gonna pay bills. Tiffany bills, I'm quite sure, should be paid. So by not paying bills, it's not hurting Tiffany, it's hurting who y'all say y'all looking out for, which is the citizens. I'm lost. The senior citizens, the services that y'all are not paying for them.
Child, just open up the safe and just let everybody take it on out. I know you're going to be mad at me for this. I don't give a damn. Okay. This is what I believe a lot of you coloreds think is your reparations. Okay. Just be able to get whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. Let it be free. It doesn't matter. Let it go. But white people do it too. But white people do it too. There's a whole black ass community down here. So you're in essence doing it to one another. And now it's a problem because it's not bothering Tiff. No, it absolutely is bothering Tiff. So now you want to put it on the seniors who are suffering. Well, here's the thing. Why is the mayor in charge of every single thing would be the question. Every single thing. How did it even get to this point? I'm just saying. And this woman been standing in the corner with Kamal and Michael DOTTS. So she definitely one that's on her side too. So for all the people that's saying Tiff is going down, ain't nobody going to support her. Okay. I just say whatever you say, child, whatever y'all say.
Crazy. Everybody want to throw out the citizens for sitting at the board. We care. You don't. You strictly do not care. You wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and look on Facebook. It's about Tiffany. It sickens me that people are not sleeping, shitting, or eating, thinking about Tiffany. Like it said, I'll be at work for 12 hours. Look on Facebook, Tiffany. 4 o'clock in the morning, the post was just made 3 minutes ago. It's sad that it's so much hate for her.
And yet she the one over there looking to see what's going on the same page as she complaining about. Because if she wants to see some positivity about Tiff, just go to Tiff's page, child. I'm looking at all of them. But how come she just looking at, I know she's talking about the Dalton Politics page. Girl, why are you worried about it? Girl, why do you care? Why are you on it? Like no one can have an opinion about someone that's not what you think it should be. It's this Kamala, Trump, election, Biden, whoever the hell is in it, shit all over again. If you have questions for Kamala, then you're not black and there's something wrong with you, according to Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, Rowland, and all the rest of those idiots. Yes, idiots, because you control nothing but your damn self. And this is the same damn thing. If you are not supporting Tiff, then you're against the citizens. Ma'am, no. Just open up the damn vote and let everybody go get what they want, when they want, however they want. And then when it's all gone and there's nothing there, who you gonna blame? Who y'all gonna blame? This to me says, yet again, y'all don't know nothing about money. You don't know nothing about finance. You don't know nothing about credit. You don't know anything about saving. You don't know anything about appreciating asset, a depreciating asset, what needs to be done in order to continue to keep your community to grow. Nothing. You know nothing. You just think there's just this endless supply of money that just comes and comes and comes and comes, and you should just be able to have at it. And you should just be able to spend it however you want with no one questioning you. Go to your own bank account, spend it however you want to. Don't look for nothing from anyone else. Don't look for nothing from anyone else. And while I am a person that thinks that you should support seniors, I honestly think that you should. However, paying your rent and paying for your lawn care and paying for your siding and paying for your windows, no. If you want to have a damn food program, have one. If you want to have a program where you can go and apply for assistance when you need help, that's what you should have. That's what's in every state that I've ever lived in. You don't just get it because you think that you should have it. No. If you want to be a homeowner, take care of your home. That's how it works. That's just how it works. Let me rephrase, that's how it's supposed to work in normal places. But in a special town called Dalton and Thornton Township, it's just everybody should just get it just because. You should be questioning why everything is so, I'm going to just have to call it poor. You should be asking, why is it, for someone that cares about you so much, why is this town so poor? Why? That's what they should be asking. And what is it that needs to be done in order to make it better? That's what you should be trying to do. Instead of saying that just gimme, 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 and then think that the FBI is going to come and resolve and solve your problems when y'all are about to all in reelect the same people that allowed this stuff to happen all this time. Anyway, child, let this woman be done, then I'm done.
But it's supposed to be so much love for the citizens, but it's rubbing off on the citizens how y'all feel for her, which is crazy. Y'all need to do better. Pancake pastor over there, y'all just not right. Y'all just not doing right by these bills, by the citizens at all. Y'all can have personal agendas against Tiffany, who cares? It's like, everybody not gonna like her. Some people gonna hate her, some people gonna love her. But at the end of the day, what about the citizens? What we doing? Say some grants getting cut? No. Nothing's gonna happen with that. So it's just like, it's crazy. Y'all need to do better.
Michael Smith.
We ain't about to sit here and listen to him. But yeah, y'all need to do better. Y'all hate her, love her, whatever, but y'all need to do better by the citizens of Dalton and Thornton Township. And yeah, I'm lumping them all in. Y'all gotta make sure and be pushed by people like that just came up there and spoke and pull at your heartstrings. And you know what? When you want to be in charge, when you're in charge, it is not about emotion. I don't care what anyone says. People who are the most successful, if they've done it legally, they didn't do it on emotion. They didn't do it on having a bleeding heart. They didn't do it on giving everything to anyone. And whoever said that it's the Democratic way, it's absolutely the Democratic way to give everyone everything. People think that they're getting something, and then you're mad because you're in the same spot. And then enough people wonder why they're not progressing. That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility, regardless of whether it ends up being Kamala or it ends up being Trump. If you're not going to participate in your own damn life, then that's your problem. That's on you. How you going to be a homeowner and think that someone else is supposed to do something for you? That's just not how it works. So then that shows that you don't know anything about home ownership. And again, I'm sorry that woman is having, health issues and everything. And that's where you got to be able to be in charge. You have to be able to be in charge. Because as soon as you do something like that for one person, here come everybody else. And then you have no money. And then you're looking half damn crazy because you're looking for money from somewhere else. Who's supposed to give it to you? If Tiff is bringing all this money in, why are these places seemingly so poor? Why? Seemingly to me. I still ain't seen y'all give me a reason why I should go there. I don't want to see Tiffany. I don't. I see enough of her. I just don't see what the lure is. The one video I was looking at from before, they was talking about how it's high crime allegedly in Dalton. Then you got this woman out. Y'all gonna say this mess when you just sat up here talking about all these supporters. You got in Dalton a freaking police officer who ain't even supposed to be being a police officer, but the outrage is over damn grass cutting on both sides. It's always all this damn grass cutting. If they have grass cutting in Thornton Township and Dalton is a part of Thornton Township, then why the hell does Dalton need to have their own grass cutting? Goodbye, ma'am. I'm done with this, child. I am done with this mess. F it. A special place down in the Southland of freaking Illinois. Anyway, we're going to look forward to the DNC National Convention and whatever the hell comes next at this Thornton Township meeting on Tuesday. And I'm going to remain calm. Bring your drinks on Tuesday, child, because we're going to be drinking. Let's play a drinking game on Tuesday because we're going to be drunk at this bitch, okay? Child, if we go off of if it relates to or if Tiff does, if she start doing that, we're going to be drunk within 15 damn minutes, child. Anyway, shout out to everybody who was here today. Shout out to Hiram on YouTube. Appreciate you, honey. He said, can't have your hands and your chest out. I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy. This is crazy. But anyway, shout out to everybody who was here. If you're on replay, I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I'm done for the day. We'll be back tomorrow on Sunday with something that's not TIFF related, unless something transpires. Let me leave that caveat out there. I think I might want to either do ladies' night or maybe another gremlin night. There's a lot going on, y'all. There's a lot going on. So we're going to get to it. Shout out to everybody again. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the mods. Shout out to all the channel members, new and those who gave out gifted memberships. Please, again, thank someone if you did get a gifted membership. I appreciate all of your support. Everyone, I will see you all in the next one.
You got on y'all breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook.
Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty.